Yeah. What's up? It's our Buck Coast Malachi Williams in the building. We back. True Media Today, USA Boxing. We are back. Had to make sure that the volume was up a little bit. I think I figured out what's been the issue with my sound cracking sometimes. I think it's the actual the MIDI cord. I have a MIDI. I have a A6100 Sony. I don't know if it's true. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. I think it's the cord. It's the actual connection from. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's the connection from the camera to the actual computer. So we're gonna see what's up. I'm gonna try to eliminate some things. I have a new MIDI cord coming, so we'll see when it start popping or whatever. You guys just let me know, and that allow me to hear it in real time because I can't hear it in the headphones, but you guys can. What's going on, man? Swat Jones in the building. What's happening, man? Swat Jones in the building. Salute. Hey, I'm hearing some crazy stuff. Swat, I saw this interview from Bomac. He said something of the sort to where we don't know if Errol Spence have activated that rematch. And I reached out to Crawford. I haven't heard anything from him. He haven't gotten back with me at all. You know what I mean? If he did, I'd tell you guys. But as it relates to that, but yeah. So I don't know what's up with that. And then this Shakur Haney situation, it's really not a situation. It's just a couple of young dudes, and it was a couple of young guys, and one of them's father is, they're going back and forth, dropping videos. True. Hey, dropping videos. You know what I mean? They going off. It's like, okay, the two jitterbugs, Devin Haney, and Devin Haney and Shakur, they going at it on Twitter, having an undisputed Twitter battle. And then Bill coming there. I think Bill around the same age I am. Let's see. Me and Bill almost around in the same age bracket. Somewhere around there. I think I might be a little older than Bill. I might be older than Bill by a couple of years or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, we around the same age bracket. Bill jumping in there. Bill done jumped in there. Bill like, yeah, man, yeah, Bill, this between the jitterbugs. Bill jumping in there. Bill now. Bill, I'm hearing, I haven't seen it, but I'm hearing Bill going around the Chitlin circuit, making his, making his presence felt. I think I had Bill on the show 2 times, and Bill haven't been back since. I think it was because I think once Bill figured out that I'm not going to be the guy that that's going to hold the water, or because I remember when I think you guys, I don't know if you guys remember, but had Bill on the show, and I said in the beginning of the show, Bill, are you paying me anything to do such and such? He said, no. You know what I mean? Yada. He said, no, I'm just coming over here as a brother, and yada, 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 yada. And I told him, I said, man, you don't need to pay me nothing. I don't want no money for none of that stuff there. Not that he didn't offer, but I just said that off the rip. Because, and I say that to anybody who maybe of influence or whatever in their world. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy for that. You know what I mean? So, I don't need the money. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna, cause you guys come over here, you guys want to hear the real and the truth. I ain't finna be, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to be fair and balanced. If it's a fighter that I feel that's being defecated on by the overall majority of channels, like a Crawford, I'm gonna defend that guy. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, dude, especially if it's worth defending. And this is why I don't be ripping Canelo like a lot of people want me to rip him. I'm like, dude, you can't rip Canelo, and he has a way better resume than a lot of these guys who you're arguing for. You can't rip Canelo, but then say you're a diehard fan of Tank Davis. You can't be a diehard fan of Tank Davis, but say, man, I don't like the way Canelo moving, and when you're ignoring the way Tank moving. You get what I'm saying? So I just try to keep everything in its proper perspective. True. I like what shit all of them doing the same thing. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna drop the phone lines in a minute. Hey man, my phone went out, bro. My phone done went out, man. My iPhone, I got an iPhone 12 Plus, bro. The screen won't even light up no more. It didn't get wet or any of that stuff. It just went out last night, man. So ain't nobody trying to call me, dog. I can't get no alerts on the phone or nothing. I can't see what's going on. So I had to swap out the SIM cards on the old phone. But what I'm gonna do is hold on, guys, make sure. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get a new phone tomorrow. I'm gonna move up to a 14 plus. Fuck it. 14 plus or 14 Pro Max, something like that. One of them. Whatever top of the line iPhone they have, I'm getting it tomorrow. I think it costs like $1,100, something like that. So I don't know. I'm gonna go grab it tomorrow, man. I gotta grab it tomorrow. All the stores are closed here because of the hurricane that came through. If you in Georgia, man, y'all going through the hurricane, man. Big ups to y'all in Georgia, man. I know it don't hit. I know it's in Georgia right now. That bitch in Georgia right now, bro. And I know y'all ain't used to them hurricanes like we are in Florida. I'm pretty sure it's raining. I'm pretty sure it's raining. It's raining real bad up there right now, especially probably in Atlanta too, because Atlanta getting the outer bands of it. You get what I'm saying? So, hey, what to say, Food Revolution? You said you have a 14 plus, coach, and the battery is amazing. Yeah, I'm finna go get I'm finna go get that Max Pro though. You see what I'm saying? What I'm finna go do? I'm finna go get that what it is? The iPhone 14 Pro Max. That's what it is. The 14 Pro Max. The old boy I'm finna go. I'm moving on up like George and Wheezy. True. Hey, Food Revolution. I'm moving on up like George and Wheezy, man. I'm finna go ahead and do my thing. I'm finna go ahead and do my thing. You know. I'm gonna go ahead and snatch me a new phone tomorrow. The phone was fine though. My phone was fine. You know, I had the 12 plus. It was fine. You know, but I did say, man, let me go ahead and I want to get the new one. Cause what I like about the phones, I like the pictures they take. Them iPhone pictures, boy, be looking bomb. I do my interviews on my phone. You know, I got cameras. I got other cameras and stuff I can use, but I'm like, man, the phone is just a whole lot more easier to pick up sound. You know, and then, you know, the actual, like all my videos I shoot with my, I like the camera, dog. I like the phone, dog, because it's all in one. It's all in one. That's how I like. I try to make it as easy as possible for me. True. Hey, what it say, Swall? He said, hell, I tried to order mine. He said the damn warehouse broke mine. He said the warehouse broke. And then they tried to charge the player. Oh, the warehouse broke your phone. Okay, the warehouse broke your phone? Oh, okay. This my phone right here. Right, and guess what? That bitch won't even light up. I'm hitting it. It won't even light up, dog. The phone on, it won't even light up. I'm hearing phone calls, chirps, everything. Man, I can't get nothing in this motherfucker, man. Soon, hey, boy, I say, boy, they know how to get a nigga, boy. He said, you might as well wait for the iPhone 15 to come out. No, I can't wait. No, I'm just, listen, the one thing about me, when I get a phone, I'm gonna have that bitch about 3 years. I'm gonna have it about 3 years, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get, you know, I ain't waiting on the 15. The 14 Pro Max would be good for me. 14 Pro Max would be good for me. You know, I like Mac products. I'm fixing to get me a new computer too. Get a new computer and everything. Cause right now I run my show through my laptop, but I'm finna get a desktop. But anyway, let's get into the show, man. Cause I want to talk about this. Errol Spence ain't not renewing his rematch. You know, not activating the rematch clause. Now, but it doesn't mean that we still won't get Crawford Spence in a rematch, because Crawford did say, man, he will give Spence that luxury to, hey, man, if you want to fight again, we'll fight again. He did say that, you know, but hey, man, you know, shit, you know, it is what it is, man. If the big catfish didn't want to activate the rematch clause, man, he probably Al Haber probably told him, man, look, you didn't listen to me. Didn't I tell you not to go fucking with that boy from Omaha, Nebraska? True. Didn't I tell you to avoid him at all costs? Why do you think I was trying to get you to fight Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman already got the orders. You was automatically going to win that. Now, yeah, you wouldn't have got paid as much money as you did fight Crawford, but you would have, you would have had to Keith Thurman fight. We could have kept him froze out. We froze him out for a reason. And even though he's a free agent now, we didn't want to work with him because we knew that this was going to be bad for business. Now, he don't put them MC Hammers on you, put them Fifth Ward Bs on you, and now you looking crazy. And he beat you. He made it look like an amateur. Now, do you want to go back through that torture, that torment, that pain? Don't let your ego get in the way. I know you said you the big fish. I know you said you man down. That's your ego talking. But we saw who the big fish catcher was. The man came to the ring with a net. He had a harpoon. And he had the white boy Eminem. True. Between the fishing net, the harpoon, and the white boy Eminem, it wasn't no way in the hell you was gonna whoop him. You did not listen to me. I am Al Heyman. I have never led you astray yet, have I? No, Al, man, you ain't never led me astray, man. You ain't never led me astray, Al. So why you didn't listen to me? I told you, duck that dude at all costs. We ducking and cherry picking. True. The one time in your career, you decided to venture away from the cherry pick tree. I mean, I got the in-house fight set up, baby. Everybody know what time it TI is. You gonna be the cash cow, and over here with the welterweight division, over here with the PBC. Everybody knew what time it was. You were gonna beat Keith Thurman, and that's gonna be that deal. But you had to let your ego get involved. Why you didn't listen to Mushmouth Derrick J? Derrick, why you let him take that Crawford fight? Man, you understand, man? I was trying to tell, man. I was trying to tell, man, he ain't want this, man, you know. I ain't want this pride got in the way on that. Man, Derrick, shut the hell up. I don't understand what the hell you talking about. Anyways, Errol, yeah, what's going on, man? Then I told you, now, is you gonna listen to me now? Yeah, man, I want to fight him again. Do not activate the rematch clause. When you didn't listen to me the first time, you saw what the boy did to you. He damn near killed you. Do you want to die or do you want to live? Man, I want to live. I don't want to die, man. I want to live. All right, then. Listen to me. Let the 30 days expire, and we just going to move on to something else. And let that boy be great, do what he going to do, man. Okay? True. Yeah, man. True. The man, hey, listen. The man, the one time he didn't listen to Al. Boy, doggone, boy, Lord, hand, boy, that one time he didn't listen to Al. He listening to them niggas over there in Dallas, Texas. Yeah, man, we gonna fade that nigga, man. We gonna whoop that nigga, man. You got to find it. You got to fight him, dog. Yeah, dog, you got to fight him. You got to put them Fifth Ward Bs on him. Them Dallas, Texas Bs on him. Even though you from DeSoto, but no, we got to put them Bs on him, dog. That's what we gonna do. We gonna let this country boy from Omaha, let him know what time it is. This the big D, this Dallas. We gonna let him know what time it is. Ain't no, see, you listening to them niggas over there in Dallas, and them niggas gonna hype you up, pump you up. I told you I was protecting you. Once you leave my protection, you see what the hell happened, man. True. Well, Al Heyman probably giving him an earful right now. I know, you get what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, if he don't activate that rematch clause, if he don't rematch Crawford, you already know they don't got to him. They don't got to him. Stephen Espinosa, Al Heyman, they don't got to the man. They don't got to him. You know what I'm saying? I told you to leave that boy alone, man. Listen, we've been ducking this man for 5 years. We had the media on our side. Everybody was hating on Crawford. We paid all the YouTube channels. Everybody was hating on Crawford. The mainstream media, Top Rank was hating on him. Bob Aaron was in the public eye talking bad about him, saying they're losing money. Everything was going our way. You had to let your ego get involved. Listening to them niggas in Dallas, you had to do it, dog. I told you not to mess with that nigga, man. True. God damn. This old country-ass nigga right here, man. That's probably what Al Heyman said. This old country-ass nigga right here from DeSoto, man. Talking about how about you the big fish. Man, all them goddamn shirts. What happened to all them shirts? What happened to all them shirts you was selling? You mean around the big shot, knock on the door, and Karen Crawford, when he look right behind the door with the eyeball, Al? Yeah, what happened to all them big fish? You know, we smoking on bud and all that stuff there. You know, didn't you listen to that boy, Coach Malachi Williams? Nah, I don't know who that is. Who that? He got old channel over there. He said, man, that Omaha bud is known to put you to sleep. When you said you Jamaican and you rolling on bud, and I know it because the boy smoke weed every day. He got some of that Omaha gas, and he told me that the Omaha gas will put you to sleep. You didn't listen. You holler about you smoking on bud. You don't hit some of that good bud and got your ass knocked out. True. Well, Haney 38 hot right now. As it relates to Shakur and Devin Haney. In the ongoing saga between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney on Twitter, that's all going on Twitter, right? That's all going on Twitter. Both sides seem to be dropping videos dissing each other. Shakur says one thing about Devin Haney. Devin Haney goes back and says something else about Shakur. Bill Haney, the old man of the group, the coon, the old coon, not the coon, but the old coon, you know, that we say down here in the South. You know, that's an old coon right there, boy. You know, so you know, that's like you're an old school guy. That's kind of like, you know, old school guy, basically, you know. Bill Haney has jumped in on it. And I like to call this the shit show, because this is the shit show, right? That's what it is. When I be seeing them, oh, bitch ass nigga, shut up. You know, nigga, I'm Team Shakur. I'm Team Shakur. There's one, listen, that's one thing I like about Whole Money. Now, Whole Money is funny, boy. Whole Money don't been on everybody's team. Have you ever seen a Food Revolution? Shout out to Eric Grimey. Have you ever seen a nigga, shout out to Athletic Mind, have you ever seen a nigga that's been on every team? Every team. The nigga Whole Money, better known as Ace Money. Whole Money don't, listen, I remember when I came on the YouTube scene, Whole Money was team, I think he was team, you know, he was the Zone. I'm Mr. The Zone. No, when I came on the scene, he was LDBC. He used to be on Fred Barbershop Conversations, repping the LDBC, right? Then he jumped ship on them, and then he say, I'm Mr. The Zone. The nigga said he Mr. The Zone. Then he went from Mr. The Zone to, then he say, goddamn, you know, I'm Team Haney, baby. You know, apparently he got his name for Bill. Bill gave him his name. Bill say the H stand for Haney. You know, hey, won't you tell him how you got your name? Tell him how you got your name. You got your name from me. So you got another nigga name. You got you got another nigga name. You don't name your shit out to another nigga name. So you got another nigga name. I'm Team Haney, baby. I'm Team Haney. And then he switched out on Haney and went over there to doggone, you know, I'm Team Takeover, baby. Team Fimo. I'm Team Takeover. Then he was Team Takeover. So look at it straight. First you were LDBC, then you was Team Haney, and then you was the Takeover, and then you left the Takeover, and then he became PBC. Nigga, I'm down with the PBC. I'm Team PBC. Then it was PBC. Then he Team Shakur. I'm Team Shakur, baby. It's Shakur all day. My young bull Shakur, he with the shit. I'm like, damn, bro, how many? You repping everybody? True. This nigga repping everybody. I'm like, bro, that's the equivalent of being a Blood, a Crip, a Gangster Disciple, 18th Street, Mexican Mafia, you know, Mexican Mafia, you know, 8-Tray Gangsters. Let's see, Hoovers. It's like being in a gang, but you a part of every set. True. Nigga, I'm Pyru. Nigga, I'm Bloods. Okay, Pyru. I'm very familiar with the street Pyru. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, wait, what set you was again? Wait a minute. Last week you said you was a Crip. Now today you said you a Blood. Now tomorrow you saying you Mexican Mafia, but you ain't Mexican. And then you say you 18th Street. You 18th Street. Okay, and then you say you from the Hoovers. Well, nigga, which one it is? True. Oh, you with the rolling 20s now? Yo, you with the rolling 60s? I'm like, bro, come on, man. You get what I'm saying? Bro, just come on, man. Hey, what the whole nigga E-Money called yesterday? He said on Crip. He said, yeah, cuz, you a coon. He said, you a coon, old cool ass nigga. He said, coon on the carb ass nigga. He said, on Crip. The nigga say on Crip. I will get to the super chats. Anyways. Bill Haney has jumped into it as well, what I like to call a shit show. And everyone knows this is what Bill Haney is known for, the drama. Bill is known for the drama, boy. Bill will go on the YouTube streets, popping stuff, get it cracking. Now, he don't come over here. I'm going to tell you why Bill don't come over here. Bill don't come over here because I ain't with the bullshit. Bill like, yeah, I can't run that flim-flam on Coach. Coach ain't going to beat down, so I can't get him in my pocket like I got the Alphabet Boys. I can't get him in my pocket and get him in my corner like I got the Boston Boys. And shout out to those guys over there. I ain't knocking nobody. You get your money, man. Get your hustle. If you're able to get access to Bill and help you get more views or he paying you, I get your money. I ain't knocking that. But he know he can't get that over here with me. So that's why he don't come over here. He came over here 1 or 2 times, did it, and that's it. He won't. That's it. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna do that, right? I refused it. I refused whatever offer that would have came. I refused it. And those are the facts.
True, true, true.
But the question I have is this. Well, all of this chatter in the lead up, to with Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, will this lead up to being a fight? Of course, it ain't going to be nothing this year. We know that, right? But I think not, especially not right now. Bill Haney seems to have the YouTube media on his side from a PR standpoint, from a PR and payroll standpoint. These are the facts. If this fight doesn't happen next year, when could we see Shakur and Haney in the ring? More than likely, and I hope this don't end up like Crawford and Spence. More than likely, this fight could probably be at 140 pounds. Could Shakur do a one-off, move up to 140, just to fight Haney in the not-so-distant future? Who knows? I don't know how this stuff can go down. These guys are friends, though. These guys are friends. I don't think they enemies. They're just mad and talking trash right now. 2 young jitterbugs and an old coon jumping in it. Bill Haney doing his thing, throwing his great whiskers in it. But that's what Bill like. Bill like the shit show. He love that.
True, true, true.
I remember I was talking to Bill. He was on this show when I interviewed him. I say, Bill, why you allow yourself to get cursed out and disrespected on other platforms? Like when you go around on other platforms, he like it. He like it. Like Bill like Bill, bitch ass nigga, you a bitch ass. Like I'm like, dude, Bill, you a multi-millionaire living better than probably anybody on the YTBC. Like, why do you subject yourself to be disrespected by people who are beneath you? And then I realized, I said, you know what? Those people are not beneath him. Bill and those people who disrespect him are literally on the same level. Only thing is, Bill has a little success from his son being a champion, and Bill did a whole lot in order to make his son's dreams come true. So I take my hat off to him from a father's standpoint. But he's not beneath that. That's just who he is. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of the situation. Alhamdulillah. I know they'll come around and say alhamdulillah and all praise due to Allah and all that stuff there. But the fact of the matter is, you are who you are, and that's just the reality of the situation. I was always taught this. If you keep rolling around in the mud, you must be related to pigs.
True, true, true.
Just want to throw that out there. Now, we probably could see this fight probably in 140, and later on down the line in 140. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it plans out. Shakur did say he only have 1 more year left on this contract with Top Rank, so we don't know which month that'll be that his contract will be up. We'll see how that works out and go from there. So it is what it is. What do you guys think? Leave your comments below. Hate, like, share, subscribe. Also, don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. The newsletter is strolling at the bottom. That's CoachMalachiWilliams.com. Go to CoachMalachi.com. You'll be able to sign up to my newsletter. That's so when I send you a text message or email, letting you know every time we go live, you will know about it, and everything will be Gucci, kosher, and good to go. Let's get into the show. Let's give everybody that's here a round of applause. Ricky E say, he said 147. Okay, 147. All right. 147. 147. I had one guy tell me he don't want to see Shakur and Devin fight because it's gonna be a boring fight. He say both of them are gonna be running. I'm like, bro, these niggas be they label people runners that are not runners, like literally. Shout out to Superstar AT.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, shout out to Super Chat. He said I mess with y'all channels, but 7-8 did a funny ass impression of you, even called himself a Wakanda nigga. He said I love the little jabs. Yeah. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. I don't know Jabba the Hutt. I don't know Jabba the Hutt personally. He don't know me personally, but it's all fun and games. I talk my shit. You know what I mean? He talk his shit, whatever. It ain't no big deal to me. You know what I mean? I'm the best when it comes to shit talking. So pound for pound, nigga, I'm pound for pound, I'm in the top 2, dead or alive.
True, true, true.
It ain't, you know what I mean? It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. He made mockery of me. I made mockery of him. Then we go back and do it all over again the next day. That's how I go. Shout out to Bruce Gas in the building, man. Bruce, what's happening, man? Let's get ready. How many likes we got? Let's see how many likes we got. Hold on. See what's up. We got 129 more likes. 129. We got almost 400 people in here. Less than 200 likes. We need 70 more likes. Once we get the likes up there, we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and drop the phone lines. We need 70 more. 70 more likes, not more. I gotta teach all this Florida slang, man. Especially how us Tampa niggas talk. But I gotta teach all this Florida slang. You get what I'm saying? Knock down 305 Dade County's finest. What's happening? You get what I'm saying? Hey, what's happening? Listen, I ain't never seen nobody get shot on the computer screen. I don't understand. Maybe it's because I'm an old school cat. But I don't understand the gun emoji. Like, what is the gun emoji for to me? Is the gun emoji like is the gun emoji is that you sending digital shots? Is that somebody sending digital shots? I'm finna shoot this nigga digitally. Is that if somebody send you a gun emoji, is that a form of digital gangbanging? Like if you have let's say you're a content creator and you subscribe, Eric Gravy say, and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. But let's say you subscribe to the Alphabet Boys, right? There's a group of you niggas, a group of broke niggas online, right? There's a group of broke niggas, and let's say the group of broke niggas come in your chat and they send you gun emojis and threaten you. Is that a form of digital gangbanging? Is that digital gangbanging? So I got a gang of niggas from the same group, the slow learner disability boxing community, coming over here threatening me, sending me gun emojis. So is that digital gangbanging? Hey, Food Revolution say digital cripping. Nigga on crip, nigga on. Hey, what Whack 100 say? Nigga on Pyru, on Pyru. Man, nigga be killing me, bro. Listen. Social media is hilarious. These dudes be killing me. They gonna be listening to Whack 100. But you heard what Whack said? Boy, that nigga said on Pyru. Did you hear the conviction in his voice? I'm like, dude, my nigga, you do know that Whack 100 ain't did nothing to nobody, right? That man, that old ass nigga ain't think that nigga, he a little younger than me. That nigga ain't trying to go to the white folks jail. That man talking his trash, popping his junk, and ain't nothing gonna happen to nobody.
True, true, true.
Come on, man. Did you hear the conviction in his voice when he said it? Yes, he said it on the microphone in front of a camera. That's about all. That's about all that's going. That's about all gonna happen, dog. Yeah, dog. But the way he said it, though, boy, he a real G. How you know he a real G? You heard what he said? Listen, everybody in G on social media. Shout out to Athletic Mind dropping that $2 super chat. He said H money getting A-Rap money. Hey, dude, listen. Let me tell you guys something. All this shit just entertainment, dog. These niggas flogging, man. Yeah, y'all might not know what flogging is. That's what we say in Florida. Flogging is camouflaging. You know how you camouflage something to hide yourself. Camouflage is how you hide yourself and blend in to the environment so can't nobody really see you. These niggas flogging, man. These niggas faking to be something that they're not. All these niggas, they digital John Gotti's, digital Sammy the Bulls, you know. These niggas don't listen to a couple of gangster rap songs. Like some of these, like, bro, let me tell you something. The gangster rappers that I grew up listening to, man, them niggas were some of the friendliest, law-abiding citizens I ever seen in my life.
True, true, true.
So let me show you how dumb I was. Like when I was young, we were doing that shit. We were doing the 211s and getting in the shootouts and stuff like that. Like all my homies don't been in jail. I mean, don't did time, fair time, state time, whatever. Going to jail, fighting cases. Taking it to trial, jury and non-jury trial. We was really doing that. But some of these gangster rappers, like, bro, you couldn't tell me Ice Cube wasn't no gangster. Bro, when I was young, you could not tell me Ice Cube wasn't one of the hardest killers that ever walked the planet Earth. Little did I know this nigga here, you know, he grew up with his mother and father, which was good. And this man ain't never been in jail before in his life.
True, true, true.
You know, when Ice Cube came out with the song Gangster Gangster, and he said, here's a little song about a nigga like me. Never should have been let out the penitentiary. I really thought that nigga been to the penitentiary.
True, true, true.
I've been to the penitentiary. I thought, I was like, this nigga here, boy. Shit, this nigga here, Ice Cube, boy. Nigga Cube. Boy, this nigga here, you heard that gangster shit? You trying to, man, this nigga ain't did none of that shit. But wait, we get this straight. I'm listening to some studio gangsters motivating me to go out there and do some dumb shit. I'm finna go commit all these crimes, listening to a studio gangster. He ain't done none of it. This nigga ain't never had a parking ticket before in his life. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Damn near everybody, shit, every nigga I grew up with been locked up. For real, though. Every nigga I know been locked up. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the show, man. I'm finna get ready to drop these phone lines. We need 44 more lines. We're gonna need 44 more lines. It is what it is. Before we get into the show, you know we gotta say all praises due to the Most High, the most exalted, the greatest human being on the planet Earth, Mr. Al Haney.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Haney. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. Them names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Now that's the old school. Now in the new school, you got these little young rap dudes now. Some of these dumb ass niggas like really trying to do that. Yeah, nigga, I'm finna go. Nigga, I'm finna catch this body right now. Let me get this straight. You are blessed with an opportunity to make millions of dollars, get out of the street, and you literally, and some of you do, some of them ain't never even been locked up before prior, right? But you literally fixing to go commit some crimes for what again? Y'all don't like what the nigga said on the song about me. Dude, you a multi-millionaire now. You will never have to go back to the street. This is another thing I don't understand. What is it about these rappers and these singers, like a Chris Brown or Wayne or whatever the case may be, these other dudes, like some of these dudes, especially the Chris Brown, I never understood this. You a blood, you Pyru. Well, nigga, you ain't never been a blood before in your life. Like, what is it about these guys, once they get on and get a record deal and become in the industry, they want to claim the set. Yeah, nigga, I'm with the Bloods, nigga. You know, and then it might be some niggas they may be paying, you know, for protection or whatever, but I'm like, bro, the game backwards now. I mean, the object of the game, once you get in a position where you can take care of your family, make all this money, millions of dollars, you don't want to go backwards. Why I want to be rich and then do all the nigga shit, the stuff that's going to get me locked up or thrown in jail or all this stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Bro, it don't make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense.
True, true, true.
And you trying to prove something to a bunch of people who don't even know who you is. Like, make it make sense. Shout out to my sister Lita. Okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
And again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. You know, okay, maybe it's just me. But I'm like, okay, you know, it's a little different now with these jitterbugs.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
I say, you know what? I said, them dumb ass niggas that doing that shit, they don't know what it's like to have to go to the window and ask the officer for toilet paper. They don't know what it's like to have to go to the window and ask the officer for toothpaste. You getting shook down 2 o'clock in the morning, stuff like that. Getting in the shower, open bay dorm, sitting in the shower, and there's 6 showers in there. You got 5 other niggas sitting right next to you showering too. I said these niggas don't know nothing about these niggas ain't been through that. Because if you really been through that, you're going to do everything in your power to try to avoid going to that, or going back to it.
True, true, true.
I see them niggas ain't never been to the chow hall yet. They ain't been to the chow hall yet. They ain't been to that reception center yet. When you got to go to the federal or state reception center and they strip your ass naked. They ain't been through that yet. They ain't been through that yet. Jitterbugs got a whole lot more to go. And then guess what? Listen, as soon as the crackers get involved, that's what we call them down here in Florida. As soon as the crackers get involved, we call the police crackers. As soon as the crackers get involved, guess what? All that gangster shit leads right out the window. I'm telling you what I know. All of them hard to when the police come. I don't seen some of the strongest killers. They got 5, 6 bodies, but when the police come, they surrender peacefully. Y'all ain't notice that? The killers don't get killed by the police officers. When the police come, the killers, they surrender peacefully. They lay down, they put their guns down, they say, yes, sir, no, sir. Like, bro, I don't get it. When the real gang unit come, the police, when they come, the killers who was doing all that dirt, how they got this nigga in handcuffs? Not this nigga. This nigga's, what his name, Lil AK? 40 Glock shotgun, what your name is? My name 40 Glock shotgun. You know, my name Lil 40 Glock shotgun. I don't even play. Dude, why are you in handcuffs right now? Man, the police came, man. They came, dog. They had to up some. Did you not have a gun in your hand? Yeah, you threw the gun down. Yeah, I threw the gun down, dog. I ain't crazy. Wait, but you just shot 20 niggas last week. You told me you went triple platinum for this song you got called homicide on a crib. You went triple platinum on that song. Well, how come they got you in handcuffs? That's just me. That's just a little something I be saying, right? Anyways, before we get into the show, if you watching this show, hate watching, don't want to hit the like button so we can drop the phone lines, Riley, get him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck-mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
I got a homeboy named Tiger. Tiger doing triple life in prison right now. True story. Like, we used to go to my grandfather used to live off of 40th Street in Delul, right? Anybody who know where 40th Street in Delul is at, it's right on the corner where Big John barbecue pit at, right? Right down 40th and Delul. So anyways, it's back in the day, it's 95. So my homeboy was getting some of that Nation of Islam teaching and getting radicalized, and we talk about the white man, the devil, and all this stuff. That we 21 years old, right? My homeboy Tiger. Man, my homeboy, man, he say, man, them crackers, man, get me, man. He said, I'm letting them have it. I ain't even gonna be playing with it. Now, I didn't know he was serious about that. Man, one day, it was my homie, Tiger, his brother, and it was 2 females in the back, in the back seat. This nigga here had a motherfucking, think he had an SK. Think he had an SK in the car, right? And they high and shit. I don't know what they were smoking, but they high and shit. Like, we were just at my granddad's house, Minister Kareem, 2 nights prior. And he said, man, this was his exact words. Man, if them crackers pull me, man, I'm a whole court right there and then. That's what he said. Well, I mean, we was like real radical. We were listening to Dr. Khalid at the time. All the young niggas, all the young brothers in the nation, we loved Dr. Khalid. Because he was more the physical aspect, more so the spiritual aspect, which is Minister Farrakhan. So your ministers are normally spiritual, and your captains and lieutenants are normally the physical sides, right? So, but Dr. Khalid was more, he was very, very militant. And when we love that shit, right? Nigga got radicalized, right? Man, when the police pulled him, I think this was the summer of 1995, somewhere up in there. Man, he was dead serious. He took him on a high-speed chase. He stopped the car. He told his brother to get out. He told the girls to get out. He said, y'all get out. I ain't going to jail. He took him on a high-speed chase. He got further away from him when he told him to get out the car. They got out the car, and then my homeboy kept riding. The police kept following him, and then he stopped somewhere right around the corner from his house. He got out of the car, and he let loose on the female officer and the male officer.
True, true, true.
The only thing saved them was their vest. They almost died. They had to have a citywide blood drive to help save those officers. True story. And the only reason he ain't dead is because he got away. He was hiding somewhere. His mother negotiated his surrender. His mother and his attorney had to negotiate his surrender. They were gonna kill that boy. They were gonna kill him. And he was hiding under a house or something. And I think the attorney was out there. I don't know how he got in contact with him, but that's of course they beat him up. They fucked him up now. They fucked him up, probably in the jail and everything. But yeah, that's a true story. Like, he was dead ass serious about that shit. He got triple life right now. Triple. hey, triple. I'm dead serious, bro. Triple life right now. Anyways, phone lines finna drop. We need 6 more lights. It is what it is, man. I don't know what you guys think of this Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson fiasco. I like both fighters. Again, I don't have a dog in the race with it. You know, I'm not team Haney, not team Shakur. You know, so, you know, both young guys, both of them been knowing each other for a long time. I'm not going to jump into something and be like, yeah, I know the situation. Them dudes been knowing each other way longer than a nigga on YouTube, right? So how the YouTube stuff work is a lot of guys, everybody have their own motives, their reasons for why they do things, and they whatever it is they're trying to do, right? But as it relates to the fighters fight. None of us are fighters. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. Those guys are not going to fight anytime soon. I can tell you that right now. Those guys ain't going to fight no time soon. Y'all know that. So it's just a bunch of pump faking, just a bunch of, when I see you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Ain't nobody going to do nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you. Shakur ain't going to slap no Devin Haney and vice versa. Ain't nothing going to happen to nobody. So both of them disrespecting each other, both of them throwing shots at each other. But guess what? Is anything going to happen from it? No, ain't nothing going to happen. Hopefully we can get both of those guys to get in the ring and fight each other, but that ain't going to happen no time soon, to be honest with you. I mean, let's be real. That ain't going to happen no time soon. So, hell, Regis Prograis, I just saw a video of Regis Prograis. He having hell trying to get Devin Haney in the ring. Regis Prograis said he agreed to everything. He said, I agreed to everything, man. And he sent the message to Bill Haney through, I think that was through Fight Hype. He said, I signed everything, only to come to find out that Devin Haney ain't signed this part. So don't nobody know what's going on with that. And that's what Regis Prograis said himself, right? I think that was on Fight Hub, so on Fight Hype. I think it happened on Fight Hype. So them guys ain't gonna fight each other no time soon. No time soon at all. Now we'll probably get some more jabs and barbs and, a couple of niggas standing up doing 10, 11, 12-hour lives arguing about, yeah, nigga, my young bull, he gonna do this, he gonna do that. Hey, what the hell I look like? Bro, I'm just saying, what the hell I look like being on a live for 7, 8, 9, 10 hours? For what? Like, why? Like, that don't even make no sense to me. That's a complete waste of my time. Why would I would never go on a nigga platform that I feel that is beneath me. And I just tell a nigga straight up, dude, I ain't coming over on that bullshit. I had a nigga reach out to me. I had a nigga, I'm going to say who it is in a minute. I had a nigga reach out to me telling me, some nigga I've been shitting on, wiping my ass with him. And he was like, yo, man, he was talking that brother man shit to me. And brother, we can sit down and talk, brother, and on a public forum. I guess a nigga want me to come to his channel. Nigga, I'm not coming to your channel. For what? I don't even like you. I don't even respect you, nigga. And I don't even know you. So, that ain't happening. Y'all don't see me going on too many people's platforms. I don't. Especially niggas I don't like. If I don't like you, if I don't respect you, you can forget it. Y'all know me, I'm team fuck the other side. I give 2 motherfucking fucks. Anyways, phone lines is open. Now, it ain't open yet. We finna drop the phone lines. Stephen A., talk to him, baby boy.
Let me address something to some of the haters out there about me. Y'all can kiss my ass. Twice.
Dead serious about that, boy. Ride motherfucking shot.
Who you think he is? DJ Quick?
No,
huh?
no, I ain't
Kid Capri? I didn't say Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Well, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me.
I just want money. You know, I just say.
Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
Anyway, we're going to go to a short station identification break, and then we are going to get ready to drop the phone lines after Gloria.
About you. And ever since that first night, it seems like I've been going crazy, crazy about you.
Mint green chrome in the butt, burnt orange 550. Say the pinky ring pimp, give love pussy. Seafood, big pool, make your girl look. Backwoods, big grill, watch the chef cook. Talk slow, big smoke in the moonlight. Knock your doors down, shout it till your mind right. East Point, Fulton County, where a nigga from. Got love.
Nigga told him, I want you to, I want you to come on my platform. Nigga, I'm busy.
Crawford, go fight. Y'all fight each other. I'm busy. Motherfucker, I'm busy.
Nigga, you get what I'm saying? Shout out to Gloria Day and the Fabulous Centric.
Gloria Day and the Centrips.
These niggas don't play, these niggas don't play. We don't play. You ain't heard, they be tripping. We be tripping. So they swerving on. No faking and no snitching. And repping hard for the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust. Niggas gonna bust.
Hey man, shout out to Justin.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half for Bam Dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Cash out.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
I can't read it, fam. I need to download the. I'm using my son's phone. I took my SIM card out of my iPhone and put it in my son's Galaxy until I go get my new phone tomorrow. So I don't have the Cash App on here, so I can open it up and read it. But I'll download it. And shout out to Harvey, man.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a Bam Dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, salute to those guys, man. It is what it is, man. Hey, yeah, we gonna make it do what it do, man. Hit him with the.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
These phone lines, man. I do not feel like arguing today.
You wanna argue? I can't argue with you. You mad. Look at you. You mad. I don't get paid to argue with you. Who is you? You ain't nobody.
Nobody's wanna be somebody trying to get my attention. Sit your ragged ass down some goddamn way.
You wanna talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Phone lines open, man. We can talk about. Let's talk about Shakur and Devin Haney. And if you want to talk about Errol Spence not activating that rematch clause, why do you guys think that is that? You know, again, I told you what I think happened with Al Heyman. They probably told him, nigga, I told your motherfucking ass, dog. I told you to listen to me. I have not steered you astray. I got you a fight with a 5'6" Mexican named Mikey Garcia. You fought him. We knew you were gonna beat him. And your fame and popularity was going to heavenly heights. When you was out there drinking and we're hanging out with Yellow Beezy, kissing rappers and stuff, I was out there doing my thing, making sure, covering for you. Now you done ran into this boy we've been decking since 1979, and you still, and now you talking about rematching him. Leave that boy alone.
1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hold on, guys. I gotta go to the keypad. All right, caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Broward County, Fred.
Broward County, Fred. What part of Broward you from?
Know you.
This nigga trolling. What part of Broward you from again?
Pompano, know you.
Okay, go ahead.
So, how you feel? I got 2 questions. One, feel about, and 2, how you feel about Cracker Canelo?
And just E-Money. This sound like E-Money. E-Money, did you?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, cause I don't even know who that is, bro.
All right, go ahead. Okay, I'll play along. Okay, what's your question is again, sir? What's your name is? Let me write your name down.
How you feel about Tank fighting all these weak ass crackers, and how you feel about Crawford moving up to Canelo weight to fight that cracker Canelo?
What's your name?
Fred.
Fred, okay. Fred from Broward. Okay, Fred from Pompano. All right. Fred from Pompano. So you said, how do I feel about Tank
Yes, sir.
fighting these weak ass crackers? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Which crackers are you referring to that Tank is fighting?
Like what's his name? Pitbull them, what's his name? The Garcia jit, he asked, everybody knew he was gonna knock his ass out. I ain't gonna lie to you. You feel me? All them boys, bro. You know what I'm talking about, bro. The other jit, bro. All them boys ass, bro.
Okay. And then what else you said about Crawford moving up to fight which crackers again?
Yeah, how you feel like if Crawford go 168, like you feel like they should fight that week, or you feel like they should fight out another week? I feel like they should go down a little piece.
It is what it is. Crawford said he's willing to move up to 168 and fight Canelo. If he is the one that's calling Canelo out when Canelo was not thinking about him, and he said that, hey, I'm willing to voluntarily move up to 168 and fight you at your weight, I mean, I think they should make that fight happen, especially if it's the biggest fight that could be made right now. So I don't have an issue with it.
For sure. Appreciate it, though. I'll keep doing your thing.
All right, for sure. I ain't the smartest guy in the world. I'm just saying, maybe just me. I ain't the smartest guy in the world, but that sounded like E-Money. True. Oh, well. Anyway, hey, shout out to Food Revolution. What's going on, sis? What's going on? Shout out to Swat Jones. Shout out to Swat Nelly Content. Brady 12. What's going on, fam? And again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I'm not trying to throw nobody under the bus, guys. I'm just calling it the way I see it. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, what's happening, man? This Casino Life Fred checking in one time for the one time.
Man, Casino Life, talk to me, fam.
Man, Coach, I got to call in, man. On this, Devin Haney and Shakur situation.
Yes, sir.
Bro. Do Devin Haney want to fight anybody? That's what I want to know. I mean, this reason, it's like, I don't know what they, what do you, are they clout chasing? Are they trying to build up the fight for the future, or what are they doing?
Man, you know what? I don't know, man. Between Bill Haney, making his rounds on the Chitlin circuit with certain channels anyways, Devin Haney, I don't know what's going on, because I saw an interview with Regis Prograis. I think he was on Fight Hub TV. I actually have it pulled up right here, and he say, man, he don't know what's going on. He was under the impression that him and Devin Haney was going to fight next. He said that Bill, I'm not lying. I have done everything in my power to make this fight happen. You guys, he said they sent him a contract. He signed his portion of the contract to fight. The thing is, Haney and them don't have a promoter. So even though he is his own promotional company, he has his own promotional company, but Devin Haney and them don't put their money up for their fights. So whatever they offer somebody in the contract, what the hell does that mean? If you ain't putting your money up, because the white folks gonna put that money up. Whether you're going to use a platform like The Zone, whether you're going to use ESPN, but niggas ain't putting their money up for no fight. They don't use their own money. And I know this for a fact. So, you know, Regis Prograis signed the contract. He said he signed his portion of the contract, but, and he said Devin Haney ain't signed nothing. So, man, I don't know. I don't know what the hell going on.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's looking like what I said. Like, you know, I done talked a lot of shit about Devin Haney, and some of that shit I just be talking shit, but man, that shit looking like it's true. Like, a lot of that shit looking true. Like, I don't think he want no smoke. Like, I don't know. It's like he just like hyping everything up. Like, it's like nothing ever really happened. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, he not finna fight Shakur. He talking about he's finna go back down to 135. How he gonna go back down to 135? You know, like, I mean, I guess he might be humanly possible, but like, bro, that's a big ass nigga. And then it's like, I don't know, man. But and then I want to touch on that Errol Spence shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm still team Errol. You know what I mean? But I don't think he need the rematch ain't necessary though. Like, Terrence Crawford is better than him. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like Showtime know that shit. I don't even think it was up to him. Like, I think Errol would have put the rematch. I don't think it's him. But I don't know. I don't know what you think. You think he decided not to do it, or basically they like, nigga, that shit dead. Like,
no. You know what? All jokes aside, because I think that Al Heyman, the Espinosa came out and said, look, we don't want to see that fight again. We want to try to see can we, Crawford wants big money, so we're going to try to see can we make the Boots Ennis. Like, they're trying to get him to fight Boots. Jamel Charlo trying to get Crawford to fight Boots. He trying to get him to fight Tim Tszyu. Fight Tim Tszyu. So they breaking up every name but Errol Spence. So I think that what it is I made jokes about it in the intro, but I'm dead serious. They had talks with this boy more than likely. Look, man, we told you to stay away from this nigga from Omaha, Nebraska. We kept you away from him for 5 years.
Yeah.
You got a chance to fight Ugas, fight Danny Garcia, fight Sean Porter. You fought Chris Algieri. You got a chance to do all of that. You had the car accidents and stuff. You fought Mikey Garcia's. Like, literally, the only person you ain't fight was Keith Thurman. So we were trying to get you to fight the Keith Thurman fight. The only reason that fight happened was because Errol Spence went against Al Heyman. This is the first time he went against him, and he say, "No, man, I'm finna go ahead and fight Crawford, man. I'm finna fight, man. Don't nobody think I can beat him." And no one on PBC thought that he can beat Crawford. They knew. The matchmakers, which is Tom Brown, they like, man, stylistically, because he's not going to sit there in a high guard and let you punch on him and break his ribs in his orbital bone like Ugas or like Danny Garcia. He's not going to do that. So, for me, this is proof for me, because, that they were trying to keep him away from him as long as he can, but Crawford talked him into, look, man, just get, making it happen, and Errol Spence is the one that made that happen, because if he don't go against Al Heyman, because Errol Spence could have easily said, no, man, you got to continue to go to Al. But when Bud called Spence and told him, look, man, I've been trying to go through Al Heyman, it ain't working, man. People on your side blocking the fight. They don't want to see this fight happen. And Spence took it in his own hands. So I think Spence do probably want to do a rematch, because I believe that he can fight better, but I think his team don't want to see him take 2 back-to-back losses. If they feel that he's going to take 2 back-to-back losses, his stock may go down. They don't want him to make that fight. That's what I think.
But his stock, I ain't gonna lie, this on some real shit. Like, and that's my fight. I fuck with Errol. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person, I don't care about no undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. You ain't got to be the best fighter to be my favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like his heart. You know what I'm saying? And I like the fights he done had in the past. Like, that was the worst performance I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? On a big stage, like, in my life. But, it is what it is. Like, the way he took the loss, all that shit. But the way, like, he done fucked around. Terrence Crawford just replaced this nigga. Like, basically. Like, as far as being the big nigga, like the big nigga at that weight class, like, Terrence Crawford took that whole shit, and they don't want to see him take 2 fights, 2 L's back to back. But if he don't do the rematch, in my book, that's 2 L's back to back anyway. Because it's like, nigga, you ain't get the rematch. And it was a rematch clause. So it's like, you took 2 L's back to back anyway. And it's like, bro, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's over, bro. I don't want to see you fight nobody else.
Oh, no. I see what you're saying. You're saying by him not taking the rematch, it'll make him, how would that make him look in the eyes of the public now?
That's worse. That's worse than getting, but I would have rather seen him get his ass whooped twice. Like, that's why I say, I think he'd rather get his ass whooped twice than not take the, it's like a nigga, like, bro, if a nigga beat my ass, bro, in the hood, bro. I'm going back down there, bro. I'm going back down there. I don't give a fuck if the nigga gonna beat my ass again, bro. I'm at least go 2 more rounds. Right? You know what I'm saying? He got stopped. I forgot what round. He got stopped in the 8th round. What? Go 6th round.
It was the 9th.
What round he got stopped in?
It was the 9th round.
9th round. Okay, so then at least make it to the 11th, and then it's like you can move on with your career. But it's like them taking the rematch from him. Like it's over, bro. It's over. Like it's over. That's my opinion. I mean, I'm gonna watch any fight he has, but in my book, it's over, bro. Like it's over.
But my thing is the biggest money fight that he can make right now, because he's not going to get the Canelo fight because he lost to Crawford, and it wasn't the fact that he lost; it was the fact that it was the fact that it was so one-sided. So I think that what he's going to have to do.
That's what I'm
saying. And I think that's why they're talking about Crawford Canelo now, because if Spence would have won, it would have been Spence and Canelo. That would have been a super mega fight, because Spence is big in Texas. He comes from a big market, big boxing market in Texas, and they probably would have had it in Dallas, maybe at the stadium or something. Like that would have been huge. But by Crawford winning, it's like okay, let's go ahead and see can we make the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world against the top 3 pound for pound number 1 fighter in the world in the cash cow boxing, Canelo Alvarez. See, we'll make that fight, and I think that'd be a big fight money wise. That'd be Canelo used to get paid big money.
That's exactly what I mean.
He used to get paid big money, but that'd be the biggest money. That'd be the most money Crawford ever made fighting Canelo. Canelo the lottery. So that nigga the lottery.
Yeah, but that's basically what I'm saying about that's what I mean by when I say Terrence Crawford then came in and replaced your ass. You see what I'm saying? And then, he replaced his ass. Like, everything that they was planning on doing with Errol, they finna do that shit with Terrence Crawford. Like, they not even stunning Errol no more. Especially you don't get the rematch. It's like, bro, you just got your ass beat like that bad, then you can't even get the rematch, bro. Who the fuck you finna fight? I mean, it ain't nothing it's nothing that, bro, it's over. It's over, bro. He just, I mean, like you said, Al Heyman probably advised him not to take the fight.
But it's over after one loss. He ain't got but one loss. He lost
No, but it's the way they made the rematch clause public. It's like everybody knew about the rematch, bro. It's like everybody knew that's what's supposed to be next. And then you got your ass whooped like that, and then you can't even get no get back. So the last image of you, it's almost like Ugas. How he whooped Ugas' ass, that's how he got his ass whooped. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the same way Ugas over with, and he about to fight Mario Barrios on an undercard, and he not even the co-main. Like Lubin, I think Lubin the co-main. So it's like, bro, it's over, bro. I mean, you could probably be the main event. I mean, I know Texas don't love you. I mean, he gonna sell, but it's like big fights and shit. But that shit over with if you can't get back on Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
Because everything else was bigger people. Like,
yeah. All right, I got
it's
you.
just over, bro. Like,
Right,
it's like, you know, but that's it.
I got you. Shout out to Casino, man. Salute, fam. I mean, he ain't got but one loss, though. I get what the brother saying. He ain't got but one loss. You know, I understand, you know, it's the way he lost and all that stuff there. I get it, you know, but he ain't got but one loss. I'll call him. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Paul McCann, murder.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Paul McCann, murder.
E-Money, man, you ain't got no job, dog. You ain't got nothing better to do but be calling a nigga all day, man.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna take some cuz. Yeah, it's that.
I just said E-Money don't call twice from Palm Beach. Nigga got 2 different names. Bro, come on, Jitterbug. You ain't got no job, dog. Like, you supposed to be one of them white folks. You supposed to be one of them good white folks' job, working, making some money, man. Helping your mama pay the rent. Or something, man. Sound like a little goddamn kid, man. He a kid. He got to be a teenager. I think he might be a teenager. I refuse to believe he in his 20s, but you know, a lot of these niggas in their 20s, they do act like they do act like teenagers. So it's a possibility that he could be that. Hey, saying Jitterbug, goddamn. We trying to talk some real stuff. He calling with the flim flam. Calling, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, this is your boy Monte Green, man. I'm calling from Tampa, Florida right now.
Monte from Tampa, Florida. Talk to me.
Yes, sir, man. I just want to say, man, look, everybody is underestimating Terrence Crawford's ability to fight so good. Niggas just sleep right now. And, like, professional fighters have to go tune up.
Devin Haney, he had to go to the motherfucking hyperbolic chamber and go tune up. He switched lanes because man, my dog is just too good. We gonna just keep it all the way 1,000. He's just too good.
I mean,
and that's why niggas been ducking him since the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like the narrative has really changed. Even though there are a lot of people, well, I ain't gonna say a lot, a couple of channels still defecating on Crawford's name, but the narrative has definitely changed from okay, you've been ducking Spence, you didn't want to fight him, till yeah, y'all been saying that Spence been ducking 5 years, they ain't want to fight him, and then when people finally see the end result, the outcome of the Crawford Spence fight, now people that's been on the outside. The mainstream media that turned against Crawford, they're like, oh, now we see why it took so long to make this fight. Now we see why Spence said he was on the wrong side of the street. Now we see why he said 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, take whatever we give you. Now we see why he said you got to call Al. You know, now people see the cover has been, the cover has been pulled back. People see, man, it was the other side all along. And then Crawford told
definitely.
Spence,
he's really.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was saying he's really professional of the professionals right now. And the professionals see that he's more professional. And now they got to go tune up. Everybody in there getting bigger. Everybody getting faster and stronger because they see who the real threat is. Everybody see. That's why you see Canelo in there. He taking this Charlo fight more serious because they see the real problem. Everybody's going to get better. And it's going to make boxing better if the people pick the right fights. Get out their feelings, because when your dog get beat that bad, you don't let him go get back in the ring with a dog like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't let him go get back in the ring with a dog like that. You say, you know what? I understand we in a street fight, but brothers are too good. And that was a professional fight. Yeah. Don't nobody teach you to dodge punches, putting your head down when you professional. And they come out, he got punched in the back of the head, but that's because the first one hurt real bad to make you go out of context of how you are taught. So, he got punched in the back of the head, but that's due to him getting knocked out of space. Coach, he like, oh shit, he really hit. I understood his power in about the first or the second round. Said what? I underestimated my opponent. You should have knew how he was hitting when you got in there. You professional.
He did a lot of ducking his head down too in that fight. Like he was expecting the counter punches, so he ducking his head down. I never seen Spence do that. Like he'll swing and then try to duck his head down, get out of the way, and he was getting caught with the left hooks and caught with the right hook because you ducking your head down, and he coming, the way he's swinging, Bud throw looping shots sometimes, and he like bam, he just seeing everything. So, I don't know, man. I mean, I picked Crawford to beat Spence, but I'm not of the opinion that it's over for Spence. He's a good fighter. I just think that
Oh no. So it's it's not over for Dog at all. But we got to know who the big dog is. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not over for him at all. He in a position where we see who the big dog position change. Yeah. The perception has flipped, and it's just that. Yeah. So some people got to accept that he got to go take the other fight, and he'll understand that sometimes a pay cut may just say, hey, you got to take a pay cut because you ain't the big dog no more. We seen the big dog. Like, we seen what he do. You know what I'm saying? So now it is what it is, and we can't be mad at that. So now everybody going to say, you know what I'm saying, a little petty fight. Everybody itching to put their man in front of him. Go ahead and put your man in front of that dog. Go ahead. Yeah, because we going to be in there spending our money, and we going to be out there in 6, 7, 8 rounds because you thought it was sweet. And I'm going to smile and enjoy because y'all ain't understanding he's just too great at what he do. And this ain't even me being like, oh, I'm a super fan and none of that. Nah, I understand a professional, just like how you is on this show right now. You're a professional. You know how to engage people. You know how to deflect. You good at all the small shit that people don't understand, but that's what makes you good at your show. When they don't understand how good you is at your show, you getting hit with shit you ain't saw coming. And it hurt when you get hit with shit you ain't saw. That's like getting hit with, when I say your mama throw the shit and it was only a shoe, but you ain't see it coming. That shit hurt. But it was only a shoe though. You like, man, she kind of got me. Like, yeah, because she told your ass.
And we got other calls.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? That's all I called to say. Like, do your thing, my G. I appreciate your time, man. Keep being professional, bro.
All right, shout out to Monty, man. Tampa, Florida, stand up. T-Town, stand up, man. T-Town, stand up. I mean, again, like, bro, like people, like, I got a video, right? Somebody sent me, they say Spence didn't look the same. I say, no, he did look the same. Look at that first round and look at that second round. He fought the exact same way that he normally fight. That first round, I gave him the first round, and the second round looked like he was winning that second round till he got caught with that two-piece down the pipe. You know what I mean? He got countered, and he was getting countered leading up to that, and everything changed from there. It just, his style, Carla, hold on. It just what normally works for him, it didn't work no more. Like, the style that you fought Ugas with and Danny Garcia with and Chris Algieri and all those other guys with, no, you got to go in your bag and do something else to beat this dude. Like, no, like the flat-footed come forward, muscling style, nah, that working behind the jab, like, dude, Mr. Fundamentals, like, nah, the Tim, you call yourself Tim Duncan, the Tim Duncan shit ain't working. You gotta turn into KG. You gotta turn into Akeem Olajuwon. You gotta pull out some other stuff. Cause this dude you fighting, he know the Tim Duncan. He know doggone Kevin Garnett. He know Michael Jordan style. He know LeBron James style. He know doggone Steph Curry style. You fighting a dude that can be point guard, point forward, power forward, shooting guard, and center. That's who you fighting. True. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie from New York, talk to me.
Hey, Coach. I feel that Spence could use a tune-up. And the reason I say that is because that was a bad beating, Coach. I've never seen anybody come back from a beating like that. I've seen people get knocked out, and they come back, yes, and they're fine. But this guy, that was such a big fight, and I don't know if that did something, but of course he wanted to win, but mentally, is he there? Because you're going to face somebody like Bud like that again. Bud is too nice. You know what I'm saying? And you want to make sure, right? The reason I say he needs a tune-up or could use a tune-up is because you want to make sure you're able to bring your A game back. You know what I'm saying? Because mentally, again, he may not be there, Coach. And that was a bad beating, Coach, man. That was really, really bad, man. And Bud is on point, man. Everything, that guy, he's like the perfect fighter, you know what I'm saying? He's the number one pound for pound for a reason.
Do you think
it's going to be really, really tough to come back from that?
Do you think it looked bad? If it's true that he did not read, because I haven't heard anything publicly, and I reached out to Crawford. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, me neither.
Said that he don't think Spence reactivated the rematch clause. Does that make him look bad in the eyes of his fans? Like, this dude beat your ass, and we're saying that, hey, man, it was something wrong with you. You wasn't yourself. It's going to be different at 154, and now you don't want to rematch him. Does that make him look bad in the eyes of his fans from a PR standpoint?
Probably, man. Probably, Coach. That might do something to his pride, man. That dude is a warrior, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a fighter, bro. But that was embarrassing, Coach. That type of beating, man, it's tough to come back from that. And then you lose to this guy, right away. You take a second loss back to back like that. That might do something to his career, man. That's really it's bad, Coach. He needs to take a break, man. That's what I would do if I was his manager or something like that. Because it's another thing, Coach, real quick, Haney and Shakur, man, they need to stop with the circus act, man. They're either gonna fight or they're not. You know what I'm saying? These are two grown men. Yeah. Insulting each other online. Like, come on, bro. Are we going to fight or not? That's what we want, Coach. You know what I'm saying? We want the big fight. So they need to stop playing around, man, and stop with the circus act. That's my call, bro. Thank you, Coach.
Jamie from New York.
Later.
New York, stand up. I mean, Shakur and Devin Haney, they know they ain't going to fight right now. Listen, Shakur and Dev ain't going to fight. Everybody know that. Everybody know that. That fight ain't going down no time soon. They ain't going to fight. So, I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. That's just reality to the situation. And what did he say, fam? He said when Shane Mosley lost to Vernon Forrester the first time, he was never mentally the same. Yeah, because he felt like he should have beat Vernon, though. He ran it back, too, though. He ran it back. He damn sure ran it back. They ran it back. Vernon Forrester beat Sugar Shane back to back. It just stylistically, his style was just too much, you know what I mean, for Sugar Shane. I'm trying to check and see that I have any you get what I'm saying? Just stylistically, man, like, sometimes a guy have your number. Now, the only reason I'm not saying that Crawford has Errol Spence's number it's because he has to fight him again. If they fight again and that guy beats you twice, he proved that the first time wasn't a fluke. And if he proved that the first time wasn't a fluke, then you can say, yeah, dog, he just got your number, dog. You can't beat him. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. But I do get it if you guys feel differently. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Slim, what's good with you, man? I'm gonna be quite frank with you, and I've been the minority on this. I've always said Earl was job protected fighter, and Bud just lifted up the skirt to show you that he wasn't really real. Especially shout out to Earl for trying to prove that he wasn't scared of Bud, but he fucked the whole business plan up over there.
Yeah.
So in order for PBC to honestly get back with Earl Laws, they can't get it off the back of Earl. They got to get it off of Bud versus Cinnamon. Let's keep it 100. They have to. Do you know how much money Bud fucked up over there? Think about it. Bud fucked up a lot of that money, man. They already had it in the book that Cinnamon and Earl was going to fight in Jura World.
Yeah.
They already had it. That was what they wanted. You dig what I'm telling you? How's Earl getting back in Jura World? The only way Earl get a fight in Texas is if he got to go to Frisco. He ain't in Arlington no more. Bud fucked all that up. And he ain't fighting no Bud, man. What can Earl do, man? He's been protected. The skirt been lifted up. I know a lot of y'all Earl fans, a lot of y'all Dallas Power fans don't want to hear that. But the truth of the matter is that boy was protected. He was protected.
Ron said they don't lift the skirt up. He said don't lift the skirt up.
They don't lift the skirt up. Showed you he wasn't really real. The only reason why he took the fight is because of jokers like me putting pressure on him. We knew we had to put pressure on him. That's why I went so hard on him. He was retweeting my shit. Yeah, we putting pressure on your bitch ass. I knew that boy was gonna stop you. I knew that. But other motherfuckers didn't. They fell for the narrative. They fell for all that fake ass shit they was pushing. Think about it. This whole time they had us believing that Earl was a boogeyman over there at PBC. When it come to find out, they were never sending offers to Danny. They were never sending offers to Sean, and they were never sending offers to Keith to fight Earl. You dig what I'm telling you?
Yes, sir.
How is Earl the boogeyman over at PBC when nobody was sending them offers to fight? They was like, how did y'all get this narrative when we got the same handlers? Why wasn't no offer sent? So we done heard this whole lie since 2015 on how Earl was avoided. You dig what I'm telling you? How he was this fake ass boogeyman shit. And it's all been a lie, Mo. It's all been it was all a lie. It was all a lie. And I think yeah.
No, Ron, let me ask you this. So from what I'm hearing, I don't know if you heard anything, but from what I heard from Bomac, and I reached out to Bud, he haven't replied back to me, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's as of yet. But I'm hearing that now Errol Spence did not activate the rematch clause. If that is the case,
he didn't.
Do you think that Al Heyman, Espinosa, those guys finally got to him and like, look, dog, you can't rematch this dude?
No, they can't, because they gotta figure out a way to get Earl in position to get the easiest belt at 54 and 60. How can we cash you out? You can't fight. You can't do a gauntlet at 54. 54 is the deepest division in all of boxing. Imagine Earl fighting some of them motherfuckers at 54 just to get it back. He can't. He won't make it. One, he's not active enough. Two, he's not skilled enough. He's a straight up and down boxer. 154 is a beast of a motherfucking division. I know it's not popular. Y'all motherfuckers don't look at enough boxing to understand what I'm talking about. I hear. I understand that. But like I said, all these real motherfuckers who actually follow the sport know that Earl will have serious motherfucking problems at 54. That's why he stayed at 47 so fucking long. You dig what I'm telling you? It's a reason why he's still twiddling his fingers at 47. It's the reason why Shaw Porter stayed and retired at 47. 154 is a different beast. And now they got to figure out a way. One, how can we get this motherfucker an easy belt so we can at least get him cashed out some fucking way? Because relying on Earl to do anything special at 54 and 60 right now at the tender age of 33 coming off a scalping, good luck with that. You dig what I'm telling you? This motherfucker done got gutted. He got gutted. And now you want me to believe, he's going to 54 to fight somebody like a Charles Conwell? Or going to 54 to fight somebody like a motherfucker, fighting somebody like I can go down the list, Mo. Like, I mean, we can go down the list. There's so many motherfuckers at 54. Mendoza, we can go all up and down 54. Good luck with that shit. I don't even know if, you know what? I don't even know if he can beat a fucking inactive Castano right now. Who knows at this point?
All right,
but
man.
That's all I got to say, Mo. Like, we gotta stop with this Earl shit. That shit been dead, Mo, and I've been telling y'all this. Boy, been a fraud.
All right, shout out to boyfriend Salute fam. He say coming off of scalping. He said the man got scalped. God damn, boy. Ron be coming with some, bro. Boy, he be coming with some hell of analogies, bro. He say the man got coming off of scalping. Like the man got scalped. You know, one thing I do agree with what Ron boy said. He was marketed, and I don't mean no disrespect. When I say this guy was in a bunch of setup fights, this is no knock on Errol Spence or any fighter that I say that about. He was in fights that was tailor-made for his style. And then he was a likable person. Carla, hold on. And then you couple that with the marketing machine of the PBC, and you got YouTube channels that's under the PBC's thumb, and you have Showtime, and you have the bigger media platforms that's under the PBC's thumb. Terrence Crawford, the slim, dark-skinned dude that really don't like media that much, it was very easy to hate him. So they were like, yeah, man, fuck this nigga, fuck the dark-skinned nigga, Mo Muhammad Nebraska. The hell with him, we don't care nothing about him, F him. We gonna talk, they kind of like destroyed his character. And then his own promoter is saying, you know, I can build a mansion in Beverly Hills for all the money that I lost on Terrence Crawford. So you got your own promoter talking bad about you. Then you got people outside of your promoter talking bad about you. So he became the favorite guy you love to hate. And a lot of people believe this hype about Errol Spence for years. And then when this guy who was castrated, demeaned, torn down, was fed to the public, man, this dude really ain't that good. He ain't fought nobody, this and that. And you see that guy scalp, as Ron Boy Fresh would say, the guy who you said was the big fish. Like it's like he went in the ocean, snatched the fish out of the water without a fishing pole, without a net. He just reached his hand in there, grabbed the fish and snatched him up and be like, I told y'all I was gonna catch this big fish. You know, it is what it is. I'm calling what's your name and you calling from?
Coach, it's Casino Life Prayers one more time, man.
Casino, talk to me, fam.
I just want to call back to say, bro, Ron Boy, he just said what I couldn't figure out how to say. But that's exactly what I mean when I said it's over. Like that's what I mean right there. That's it. Everything he just said, bro. Yeah. Like real talk. 154 is hell. It's hell. You know what I'm telling you? Like it's hell, bro. And for him to build back up, like the biggest fight he can get is Terrence Crawford. Like, he can't fight at 147 no more. So, him fighting Boot, that's dead. Like, he's not going to fight Boot. No. You know what I'm saying? So, he going to have to really campaign at 154. And like Ron Boy just said, the man's 33 years old, bro. It's not like he was 25 and got his ass whooped like that. It's not like he not like Erickson Lubin. You know how Erickson Lubin got his ass whooped at a young age and he building it back up? You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that. Bro, they at the end of all them dudes who around that same age, they at the end of their career. This is the finale right now. That's why I say it's over. This is the finale. It's young, hungry lions at 154, bro. He not gonna make it through that shit, bro. It's nobody at one. Huh?
No, did you see the interview that Keith Thurman did with Mill Boxing, Mill City Boxing? I think it's Mill City Boxing Podcast. I think that's I forgot the brother's name over there, but that's a podcast that Zab Judah is pretty much affiliated with, and Keith Thurman spoke about Errol Spence's lifestyle. He said maybe finally that his lifestyle caught up with him, because I remember when I was talking about this on the show and other people thought it was hating, but I'm like, nah, man, this dude don't live the life of a boxer, man. This dude out here drinking, he out here partying with rappers, he doing all it with yellow bees and stuff like that. He got in a car accident because he was drunk. Speeding, being chased by another rapper.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, dude, like Errol Spence is 33, but he's a beat up 33 because if he punished his body
and then let me tell you,
and his lifestyle.
That too, and then another reason I said it's over, because but if you look at how they was talking about moving him, And you look at how they talking about moving Crawford right now, you can tell it's these niggas' finale. It's the end of them. It's the end of them. Like, it's the end of their era. Like, Terrence Crawford not going to fight that much longer either, but he just took all the big finale fights. Like, it's the finale. They were setting the era up for his finale, bro. He was going to leave anyway.
Yeah.
So to think he's going to go to 154 and turn up, and turn up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to turn up. Like, bro, they were setting him up for a finale. They were trying to feed. They was looking for the next nigga to feed to Canelo. That's all they were trying to do. And Canelo's going to have his finale, too. It's about to be over for all these niggas. In the next 5 years, ain't none of these niggas going to be boxing. None of them niggas. You see what I'm saying? So he fucked up his finale. That's what I'm saying. It's over. Like Rombo Express said, like, he's not going to, it's over. Like, I don't know what he going to do next, but I'm going to watch it.
Right.
I know he's going to fight again, but it's like, it's over with. But that's it. That's all.
All right, shout out to Casino. 2 times. You know, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, you know, you just got, you know, like, your lifestyle play a big part of it, man. Like, you know, Floyd Mayweather said it best. You gotta, you can't play boxing. You gotta live this boxing inside and outside of the ring. You know, Hagler did it. You know, you had certain fighters that partied. Sugar Ray Leonard partied. Julio Cesar Chavez. What my main man name? What's my guy name, man? I used to love this dude. Hector Camacho. You know, Roberto Duran. A lot of fighters party. A lot of fighters did their thing and stuff like that. But, you know, stylistically, hold on, the caller hung up. Stylistically, he ran up on the buzzsaw. And I think what made it so bad was if they would have hyped Terrence Crawford up to be kind of like a boogeyman or a bad guy or whatever the case may be, it probably wouldn't have been so bad. But because they convinced people, people who was willing participants, you know, they convinced people that this guy wasn't nobody, man. He ain't fought nobody. He ain't did this and did that. When he kicked Errol Spence's ass, everybody looking like, damn, this the same nigga y'all said wasn't nobody? Shout out to Nathaniel. He said try to update, then try to reset that for the iPhone. No, I got a new phone. I'm buying tomorrow. But you get what I'm saying, though? So it was like, and I think that's why people were shocked. The people who like really studied this boxing stuff, they wasn't shocked. They like, man, we trying to tell y'all this nigga Crawford was a bad motherfucker, but I think so many people, they believe the propaganda that was coming from the PBC, that was coming from the PBC controlled YouTube channels like the LDBC and the Fag Nons, the Doodle Browns, the Alphabet Boys, the Shigo, the Wakanda nigga YouTube channels, they was believing that. You know what I mean? Believing that from the Wakanda nigga YouTube channels. And, you know, it is what it is. So, that's the reality of the situation. And then when you finally see, wait a minute, this dude ain't nothing like y'all. Y'all told me this dude ain't fought nobody. Y'all told me this dude ain't this. This dude ain't that. This dude beat Errol Spence worse than he beat anybody. So, and this is why these people are shocked. That's why they in denial, because they realize, man, Errol Spence wasn't what I thought he was. I mean, to be honest with you, Ron was right about that. He was, you know, he's a product of the machine. And he's a product of the machine, man. You know, he got his ass beat by Crawford, the guy who was nobody. I'm calling, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Curtis, Long Beach.
Curtis from Long Beach, talk to me.
I think Errol Spence kind of like in a situation, you know, one of my favorite fighters I love him to death was Prince Nassim.
Yeah.
And I think their situation is similar. You know, after Prince Nassim took that tough loss to Barrera, you know, he took one more fight and then he retired. You know what I'm saying? He said it was because of his hands. But I think Errol is in a similar situation. Like, there's nothing but tough fights out there. You know, whether you stay where you at or you go up, like, all those fights are tough. And then just seeing what you went through in that Crawford fight, having a Ferrari flip over on you, getting into another car accident, you know, it's like, I don't really want to see him do much more. I think, you know, if you don't take that rematch, I think he probably should consider retiring, because who do you fight?
You know, he didn't. For what I'm hearing, he didn't take the rematch. Now that doesn't mean that Crawford and Spence won't rematch each other next. You know, maybe he let the 30 days go by. I don't know if him and Crawford are talking, because I haven't heard anything from Bud since. I think it's been like a week and a half since last time we spoke. But I don't know if, you know, Bud did say he'll be more than willing to give Spence a rematch if he wanted one. You know, he said he owed him that. That's the least he can do for him. So Bud is willing, but I think
He probably would.
Spence just have to reach out.
He probably would, but I don't think it makes sense financially. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, we all seen what happened. Spence may do a little better, but I don't think Showtime is going to pay them what they want for that fight. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Spence is going to make a ton of money like he did the first time. You know, he'd have to be willing to take a significant pay cut, and Crawford shouldn't take a pay cut. So I think it's tough financially. I think Bud will give him the rematch. I just think the finances to make that fight would be tough.
Yeah, you know, that's what Rick Glazer said. Rick Glazer said that the simple fact that the way Crawford might have messed up his own rematch because he beat Spence so bad and it was so one-sided that it didn't leave any doubt in even the most diehard Errol Spence fans. They're like, man, we don't want to see that shit again. They don't want to see the fight again because they don't want to go through the trauma of seeing what happened to Spence in the first fight happen to him in the second fight. So the Spence fans that don't want to see Spence and Crawford fight again, they're still traumatized because Errol Spence was looking like Martin. Errol Spence was looking like Martin on when Martin fought Tommy Hearns on the Martin show. He was looking like the Elephant Man, and you know it looked like his retina was detached, like his eyes swollen up. They had blood coming out of his eyes, blood coming out of his nose. His lip was split, blood coming out of his mouth. This man was bleeding every goddamn where. So
Crawford didn't look like he had a fight.
Yeah, and Crawford didn't have a scratch on his face. So it's like, man, and Crawford was getting hit. Like Errol Spence was hitting his Crawford. But it was like, man, like this dude was ready for you, dog. Like he was ready. And it sent shockwaves throughout his fan base. And, you know, and Al Heyman probably like, look, didn't I tell you not to fight this dude? Now you see why we kept you away from him for 5 years. Now we see why we told you to say he on the wrong side of the street, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20.
Your boy.
Yeah, you know.
Your boy Al Hammond gave him the Coach Mickey when he was telling him not to fight Clubber Lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, you ain't ready for this guy.
Rocco, you don't want to fight him, kid. You don't want to fight him. You know, this guy's bad news. He's all bad for you, Rocky. Stay away from him. He's muddying you, Rocky. He's muddying you. Get off the ropes, Rocky. Like, yeah, you're right. They were trying to tell him. But he like, Rocky, no, I can beat him. I can take him, Mickey. I can take him, man. I can take him. Adrian, what you think, Adrian? You think I can beat him, Adrian? Rocky, no, Rocky, don't get in the ring with Rocky. He's a murderer. He's gonna kill you, Rocky. Like everybody was telling Rocky not to get in the ring with Clubber Lane. Rocky got in there and Clubber Lane beat the brakes off of him. Shout out to Curtis, man, for Long Beach, man. Salute, fam. Yeah. They were trying to tell him, like, man, you better leave that nigga alone, man. Hey, now you better leave that nigga alone, man. Leave that motherfucker alone, man. Clubber Lane coming in there, man. Clubber Lane coming in there, man. He disrespecting your women. He trying to, Clubber Lane, man. He like, man, this man been ducking me. You know what I mean? Get out my face. You get what I'm saying?
Get out while you can. Don't get a sucker no statue. Give him guts.
You ought to know what time it is.
I am ranked number one. One. That means I'm the best. But this bum been taking the easy matches. Fighting other bums.
Nigga been taking the easy. See that what happens when you be taking them easy matches, fighting other bombs, and then when you get in there when you get in there with a killer, you like, man, what happened, man? I was knocking them other dudes out. Rocky, hold on, caller. Rocky, listen, kid. The guy said you don't want to fight a real man. You want to fight them setups. What does he mean by that? What does he mean by that, Mickey? Rocco, we've been putting you in there with setup fights. Fighters who are tailor-made for your style, kid. It's over. This guy right here, he'll snatch your neck, he'll snatch your head off and shit inside of your neck. You don't want to fight this guy. You don't think I can take him, Mickey? No, you can't take him, goddammit. He'll kill you. I don't want to see you get murdered. Don't you have a brand new house? Yeah, I got a brand new house, Mickey. Don't you have a beautiful wife, Adrian? Yeah, I love Adrian. Isn't she pregnant with your son? Yeah, she pregnant. Then if one to continue to have more children, stay the hell away from Crawford. True. That's what they told him. Call him, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, man? It's your boy, Ray from Dallas.
Ray from Dallas, talk to me.
Now look, man. Man, I love the show. Coach Malachi, man. You bring a versatility, man, that's different from a lot of channels, man. I respect that, but you also come with the logic and come with the knowledge. Now, let's break this up in several different ways, man. All right, look, you got Spence. Look, I'll give you this. What you said about the lifestyle, and the party and the drinking, things of that nature and everything. One thing that they often talk about is the Mayweather blueprint, in terms of how he can go undefeated, or him picking and choosing his own fights and everything. But the flip side to that, as far as the Mayweather blueprint, is him keeping in tip-top shape and him not drinking and him not doing different indulgences. That's what Terrence Crawford did. That's what Bud Crawford did. Look, I'll pick Daryl Spence. I'm not going to lie to you. But, at the same token, I've always respected guys that have dared to be great. Now, I'm coming from a whole nother angle right now, Coach Malachi, too. You got Bud Crawford, man, that's fitting to skip weights and try to fight Canelo. People are like, oh, man, what the hell are you doing? One thing that they did not pay attention to back in the days, which are the casuals. You're not a casual. You're an actual boxing savant. Look at what Bernard Hopkins said. Now, look, I don't agree with everything that B-Hop says. I don't believe in his stances on a lot of things.
Yeah, me neither.
But the one thing that you can't take away... Can you hear me?
No, I said me neither. Me neither, yeah. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Basically what I was saying is that B-Hop, he was ahead of his time doing the things that, Canelo is doing that they hating on in terms of going up and down the way, doing the things that Charlo is getting ready to do right now, which is skipping to where people are saying, what the hell are you doing or anything. Look, I love the fact that these guys are daring to be great. And another thing, my last point too, right here too, is that I hate. Everybody's like, oh yeah, if you take an L on your record, oh yeah, you're not great anymore and all this other stuff. Man, Muhammad Ali got L's on his record. Yep. Sugar Ray Robinson got L's on his record. Canelo, he got L's on his record. Jamal, who is or Jamel, I'm sorry, he has an L on his record and he's undisputed. I mean, come on with this. We need more people to just go ahead and let that old go, and that's what makes the sport of boxing what it is. Because if you saw that guy at that press conference, Coach Malachi, and I know, what was it? Man, you're gonna have to see that guy.
Okay, hey man, but shout out to Ray, man, from Dallas, man. Salute to you, fam. Thank you for calling the show. Dallas, stand up. I think this is the problem, right? This is the problem. The problem is what Floyd Mayweather did, you can't say we got to follow the Floyd blueprint because these guys don't even do the media that Floyd did in order to build himself up. That was lightning in a bottle. Floyd came along. Floyd was in the hip hop community. He was with, hanging out with 50 Cent. So that built him up over there with the hip hop community. Then in the pop culture, he was over there with Justin Bieber. Stuff like that with Justin Bieber. I don't know if you guys remember that. Hold on. I'm trying to. The hell? All right, there we go. He was on Dancing with the Stars. Caller, hold on. He was on Dancing with the Stars with WWE. The Source Awards. The Hip Hop Awards. Like the stuff that Floyd did at that time, right when social media was just like YouTube and stuff was just really popping out big, like 2006, 2007, 2008. He hit at the right time. 50 Cent was hot. Justin Bieber was hot. Their Floyd affiliation with all of those guys and stuff like that. Like, these guys ain't doing that. And that was Floyd Mayweather blueprint was something that he used to help build his personal brand. You can't do what Floyd did. Because that was lightning in a bottle. So, to me, I think you're setting yourself up for failure by saying, yo, man, if you lose your O, that means you ain't good no more. Because the chances of you doing what Floyd did is going to be slim to none. Now, you probably can do it if you go on the Jaime Munguia diet where you can keep cherry picking and don't fight nobody. But, man, eventually you may run into a Bud Crawford. What's going to happen if you run into a Bud Crawford? What's going to happen if you run into a Teofimo Lopez and they don't get the memo that they're supposed to lose? Then what? True. Caller, what's your name when you're calling from?
What's up, Coach? This M1 from the BS.
M1 from the BS. Talk to me, fam.
What's up? Yeah, another thing, right? Coach, these fucking clowns over there, especially this, Let's Fight the Best fucking clown. He said that the reason the fight didn't make that much money and it only sold 60,000 was because of the Bud Crawford fans. But if they would have said the truth about Bud Crawford, that fight would have sold. It would have at least sold.
Okay, well, what was there? Was there any statistical data or proof given to support that claim, sir?
They what? That it would have sold more?
No. What I'm saying is, you're saying that this guy boyfriend BF, I call him BF boyfriend. He said that the reason why the fight didn't sell as much is because of Bud Crawford fans. So my question is that an opinion, or do he have any kind of receipts or statistical data to support that?
That's only fucking hate. That's only fucking hate. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker hates Bud Crawford like crazy.
Yeah, so
that motherfucker.
So if you know that, then you can't take anything that he says seriously. That's my whole point.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that I'm not only talking about him. I'm talking about all of them.
Yeah.
If they would have bigged up Crawford as the skills that Crawford had for real, which they knew, I believe that the fight would have been bigger because the casuals, a lot of the other casuals would have knew, saying how great really Bud Crawford was. And it would have been a way bigger fight than what it is now. I'm not just talking about that clown. I'm talking about all them clowns.
I mean, it is what it is. Both of them made a boatload of money, so it couldn't have done too bad. From what I'm hearing, Spence got paid $20-something million. Crawford made $20-something million. So it couldn't have been that goddamn. It couldn't have been that bad. Shit, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying that it could have been better. It could have been better.
What you mean?
But that's good for them. That's. But I guess that he's not gonna that's the rematch clause.
Yeah, he hasn't activated it. Yeah.
I want to see that fight. I really do, man. I want to see that rematch.
All right, well, you got to talk to Errol Spence then, But shout out to M1 man from the Bronx, man.
Right.
We got BX salute, fam. You got to talk to Errol Spence, man. Yeah, we got to talk to Spence. Spence don't want to. If he don't want to do it, man, he gonna follow his advisors, then so be it. I get it. I'll call him. What's your name? You calling from?
Coach, what's going on? Is Rob from New York.
You say Rob from New York?
Yep. What's going on, Coach?
Rob from New York.
So
talk to me,
just following. Yeah, just piggybacking on what one of your previous caller had mentioned regarding the state of boxing right now. I know that you're currently talking a lot about Spence and Crawford and how that kind of ended up. But just going back to the Shakur and Haney stuff, the issue with boxing right now, the state where it's at, is pretty much a politics behind it. And obviously, Floyd did the best thing as he could for himself, and treated it as a business, but it also left pretty much a pretty dark mark on it because people are not willing to fight the best fighters. And, that when politics comes in the way, it builds a lot of tribalism amongst the fans, kind of like how the state of the country is. I know it sounds like a lot of rambling, but you go on Twitter and you see how it is. People, defending promotional companies like they own stocks and shares on it, defending people like their relatives. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, if you like a fighter, you support your fighter and you're a fan, but that has no bearings on you saying, oh, my fighter's not going to fight this fighter because what has he done? at the end of the day, you know, as fans, we just want to see the best fights as possible. But when I see people, they're politicking and just picking and choosing, like Bill Haney, I know he's doing the best for his son, but you can't contradict yourself. Like if you're kind of managing the business around your fighter, at the end of the day, yeah, you're doing the best for him. But don't say you're not ducking, because at the end of the day, that's what you're doing. You're doing certain things to actually manage the career of your fighter, because you know he's gonna get his ass beat. You know, he's a good fighter, but he ain't the one. He's not the best one at 135, unfortunately. So, you know, if he has to move up to 140, he has to do what he has to do. But don't come with this bickering on Twitter. And same thing for Shakur. Like, you know, the guy's obviously talented, but unfortunately, the way his business is at right now, he just has to wait his turn. Until he becomes a free agent, he just got to fucking just let, you know, his managerial team do what they got to do in order to steer his career the right way.
All right. Shout out, man. Shout out to you, fam. Thank you for calling the show. Rob from New York. Salute. Phone line, hey, man. Phone lines jumping like, you know, phone lines hot as cat grease right now, man. The phone lines is jumping right now, bro. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Sheila from Cali.
Sheila from Killer Cali. Talk to me, sis.
What's up, Malachi? Coach, I haven't talked to you in a while. When it comes back to Errol Spence and this lifestyle thing, probably right. I mean, it weighed in on his performance. I remember back, Ellie Setback, is that his name? He had that 2018 interview. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Crawford and Spence, they had a meeting, like a face-to-face, like behind the scenes at a fight. Yeah. So I wish it was that Errol that was, you know, fighting, because he seemed like so confident back then. And, you know, I was like, hey, this little guy got a little swag going on here, but I don't know what happened. Unfortunate.
Well, that was the time to fight him. Like, I have people tell me that, yeah, man, you know, it happened when it was supposed to happen. The time that fight was supposed to happen was then, because that video got over 1 million views.
Yeah.
It was hot as cat grease at that time. Like, it was fire. Mm-hmm. You know, some people are saying that the fight could have been bigger, but because, you know, they, you know, whatever narrative people are trying to push. But a lot of people are not looking at the fact that this fight was over-marinated. And a lot of people just gave up on it because it was just so much drama. This fight was over-marinated. Sometimes you can leave the turkey in the oven too long, and when you take the turkey out, the turkey tastes dry.
Right.
You know, so.
That's a good analogy. But back then, that made me excited. Remember, Spence was like, "Yeah, I'll put $1 million on it," and it was like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting excited now." I guess the $1 million wasn't paid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember the bet they had? So, but anyways, I hope he runs it back, but doesn't get hurt.
Okay. All right. Well, shout out to Sheila from Killer
That's
Cali.
all I had to say.
All right, thank you, sis. Thank you for calling the show.
Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, man, you know, there's a lot going on. And then even with the Shakur and Devin Haney, you know, both of these guys are friends. So I'm not gonna be fooled like these niggas enemies, and I'm gonna choose sides with fighters who I don't even know. Like, I don't know neither one of them. I met Shakur; he's a nice kid, nice young man. But I don't know him. I mean, I don't know him personally. I mean, we was at Crawford's mother's house and stuff like that, the parade. But I don't know him personally. You know what I mean? I spoke with him, but I can't sit here and say, yeah, man, I'm with Shakur, and Shakur gonna do this to Dev, and I never met Devin Haney before, so I'm not gonna say that about Dev either. Both of these guys was friends. They came up together. Whatever issues they're going through, they'll work it out. I'll call him. What's your name when you calling from?
What's up, coach? It's your never. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore. Facts!
D-Block, talk to me, fam.
Man, you already know what we talking about, man. We talking about my number one, number two Gokus. You know what I mean? Like why we ain't trying to make this, coach. We ain't trying to make this fight. Devin Haney already at 140. He already was undisputed at 135. Shakur Stevenson is the real king at 135. Let's keep it real. Let's come with facts. Now, why don't we just push that narrative back to the face of bobblehead Tank Davis, 29-year-old, hasn't fought nobody, hasn't fought nothing, has a WBA regular Reggie belt. How about we push that narrative like I've been saying for a minute, Coach? How about instead of feuding with two twin brothers that are two great fighters, two megastars in their own spheres, can we just get the real fight that we want? Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis. Because we already know Tank Davis ducked Devin Haney. We already know that. He had that Reggie belt this whole time, and he never mandated nothing, Coach. So let's keep it real with that, Coach. What you got to say with that?
Man, I'm gonna say it now, and I said it 1,000 times. Tank Davis is in a position, bro, to where the things that are required of other fighters, like Shakur Stevensons, the Devin Haneys, the Terrence Crawfords, the Errol Spences, the things that are required of other fighters, fight the top guys in your division, clean out the division, do this and do that. Tank is the only black fighter on the planet Earth that don't have to do that. So he's not required from the mainstream media nor his fan base. A lot of them, not all, because some of them do want to see him fight the top guys. So I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. He's not going to do it, fam. So I hear what you're saying, D Block, but I've given up hope on anything as it relates to that. It is what it is. Tank is following the Money Mayweather blueprint. He's going to fight Isak Cruz again, and it is what it is. He got an army. He got an army of tank heads out there. They're gonna go to war with him, and that's what they're gonna do. No matter Tank can fight a hog head cheese sandwich right now, and he gonna sell out any way he go fighting a hog head cheese sandwich, like literally. So it's not gonna happen, fam. It's not gonna happen.
Let me keep it with real. Let me keep it with some real facts up in here, Coach. And that's all I got to say before I hang up. I'm going to come with facts and facts with hate. I'm going to come with it all day, okay? When we talking about he's in a different sphere, which I respect your opinion, Coach, and I respect a lot of people's opinion. But when it comes to Tank Davis, everything's off board. That's all I got to say. Canelo Alvarez had to take his mandated fight, John Ryder, and everybody criticized him, and he is the face of boxing. So we talking about that Tank Davis gets a hall pass to not fight the actual legitimate people at 135? Nah, we don't play that kind of game in boxing. In boxing is reality. It's either you in or you out. What you want? You want the truth or you want me to give you the fakeness? I'll give you the truth and I'll give you the fact. Tank Davis is nowhere near the sphere of the face of boxing, of the reality of boxing. He's just a fanboy. He's just a cap. That's all he is, Coach. He ain't real. I don't care what he tries to bring to the seats, Coach. Now, let's keep it real at 135. If we talking about criticism for Canelo Alvarez fighting his mandated guy for his belt, then let's not give Tank Davis any hall passes anymore and say he's in his own sphere, because that's not facts. I'm just got to say with that. And next time I call, believe me, I'll bring the Fury to Baltimore. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
Shout out to D-Block, man. Salute, fam. I mean, see, this is the reason why I say, you know what? If you feel that Canelo Alvarez is ducking and cherry picking, and I say this to my good brother, man, Coach Eddie, Rick Timms, Alan Maddox, I'm like, okay, if you feel that Canelo is ducking and cherry picking, Tank Davis doing the same thing that y'all say Canelo doing. So how does Canelo get the criticism, but Tank Davis get the pass? I get it. I get you don't like Canelo. That's fine. I ain't tripping on that. I'm not a part of the Canelo defense team. But if you're going to say, hey, this Mexican ain't fighting no slick black fighters, while ignoring that there's a black fighter in Baltimore that's literally doing the exact same goddamn thing, maybe even a little less, because people say at least Canelo is 5-division world champion and stuff like that, and fighting got hell of a names on his resume. Like that's why I say I can't criticize Canelo if you ain't gonna criticize Tank. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep the same energy on both fighters. Caller, what's your name and you calling from?
This is Mr. I Love Boxing from Philly again.
Mr. I Love Boxing, talk to me, fam.
First of all, I want to say, God damn, you popping the phone line. This was like trying to win tickets from a radio station or something.
Yeah, man, it's jumping today, man.
That guy, it is jumping. But I want to go back some. There's so many calls that we way ahead of what I called about. He was talking about the Spence fight and everything. And I want to just say, and I challenge all the people to do the same. The more and more you watch the fight, it actually was competitive. Earl tried everything he normally tried to do. The shit just didn't work. I watched the fight over and over, and I still see everything he did to anybody else. He tried versus Bud. It just didn't work. To skip past that, I had said this the first time I called and talked to you. And once again, I don't really call and talk to nobody. I just watch the shows and stuff like that. But something compelled me that first time to call you. And I talked about how Earl stands no chance at 154. What I mean by that is it's heavier blows up there. And it's just, especially after this, even before this, he stood no chance up there. If that's the case, he would have been did it. He's been at 147 for 10, 11 years. You understand what I'm saying? So he knows he stands no chance up there. Third, about this rematch, well, it's the 30th. So he's 1 day expired from his 30-day obligation. And if Glacier is right, like he said on your channel, that means Crawford is a free agent again. He has no contract with the PBC now, right?
Right. Because his contract was strictly for 2 fights with Errol Spence. If Errol Spence opts not to take the rematch, then Crawford is a free agent. So he came to the PBC, took their belts, and left. Right.
But he's not gonna leave because the fight he won is at PBC. I think he's actually about to get. I think he's about to get a 2-3 fight deal, $75 million or something like that, because they have to try to retain this shit because they know he's trying to leave. So when he leaves, they at least want the belts and everything still on their side of the street and stuff or whatever that shit means. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, Crawford said he's not going to be fighting much longer. He said his career is kind of wishy-washy at this point as it relates to what he wants to do. But he said he's not fighting longer. He probably got another 1 or 2 more fights. He said he'll fight Errol Spence. If he get by Spence, he wants to fight Canelo. So basically, he's saying he got 2 fights and he's done. He's out of here. So
yeah, he said if he get the Canelo fight, he gone.
He gone. Yeah, shit. So I understand wanting to fight Canelo because Canelo is the lottery. Bruh. If
this my thing about that.
Lottery, yeah.
This is my thing about that. I honestly admit that I'm a Tank sexual. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is, if all that's okay, if everything okay about everybody chasing these big money fights, this, that, and the third, what's wrong with Tank wanting to fight for? Tank been making $10 million for like the last 2-3 years. Not too many other boxers besides big Canelo, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, these people that got these big backings. Not too many other people. Earl wasn't doing Tank numbers. Earl's biggest fight was 500, and that was Mikey Garcia. We all know that Mikey Garcia put masters in the seats. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I do not want to see a Cruz rematch. I do get that. But if Tank just told us his last fight, he only want to fight for a couple more fights. What's wrong with him cashing out, getting 10, 20? He just made 20, 30 million versus Ryan. That's more than Earl and Bud made. How can we see a problem with that? That's like saying we don't want to see a black man win if that's the case.
No, this is the issue. The issue is you will have Tank fans. I'm not saying you. You'll say that, not you, but they'll say Crawford ain't fought nobody. They'll say Canelo picking and choosing. No, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying there's this narrative that Crawford ain't fought nobody. Canelo ducking and cherry picking. He avoids certain fighters. Like, it's double talk because you'll criticize other fighters for doing things that you want them to do from fighting the tough competition standpoint, but then you'll give Tank Davis a pass and say, well, Tank don't have to fight those guys. So I'm like, okay, if Tank doesn't have to fight those tough guys, why are you criticizing the Canelos, the Crawfords, the other fighters who are not PBC related? Why they don't get the same treatment as Tank? Why does Tank can fight a hog-head cheese sandwich, a pork chop bone, some mustard greens, a 6-pack of Coronas, but then these other guys, they got to fight King Kong, Godzilla, Mothra, Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, Barris. They got to fight Wiz. They got to fight all these killers, but Tank don't. But you will criticize those guys for not fighting killers. you know, but you say it's okay for Tank not to fight him. That's the only issue I have.
No, I don't agree with that. But see, a big thing I have with the boxing world now is that word narrative. My thing is, like the caller just said, somebody called and already said about Earl don't stand a chance at 154, but he also said that real boxing fans understand. And what I mean by that is a real boxing fan understands that Earl first Bud fight, that was Bud's 18th fucking title shot. That's impossible to say he didn't fight nobody. With 18 title shots, 3-4-time lineal champion. It's impossible to say he didn't fight anybody. So that narrative shit, I pay it no mind because I love boxing. You understand what I'm saying? And what I'm saying as far as the Tank thing is, if he's saying he only got 4 or 5 fights left, you understand what I'm saying? Why wouldn't he try to make the last couple fights the biggest he can make? And if you understand that, then you know that Tank versus Shakur is a big fight for fans. It's not a big money fight. Tank versus Haney is not a big money fight. Tank versus T.O. T.O. just said he only getting paid $1 million. How can that be a big fight? You understand what I'm saying?
Who should Tank fight? So who should Tank fight? So is Pitbull Cruz a big money fight?
No, it's going to do 300,000 to 400,000 buys. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I understand the game plan. I don't agree with it, but I do understand it. And this, my thing is, so if Devin Haney ain't signing a Regis Prograis contract, you think he's signing a Tank Davis contract?
I mean, yeah. If the money right, hell yeah. I mean, Tank gonna be his biggest fight, but I got other calls calling in. Mr. I Love Boxing, man. They've been blowing the phone up. So,
all right.
But I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling the show. So, Philly, stand up. Hold on, guys. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello. Sorry, say it again. I'm calling from Charlotte.
What's your name, fam?
I'm Craig from Charlotte.
Craig from Charlotte. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I'm calling in. I'm listening to the show, but I wanted to make a couple comments about some of the things I kind of heard earlier. Number one, I do not think 154 is a deep division. It never has been. The deepest divisions in boxing are 135 and 140, and that's how I see it. As far as Spence at 154, not having a chance against other fighters, Spence will be fine at 154 if he decides to do that. But it does not matter what weight he fights Bud at. It could be 154, it could be 160, it could be 168. He's going to lose to Bud every time. Stylistically, there were just too many gaps in his game to ever beat Bud. Next thing I wanted to say about 154, 147, 154, and 160. Heyman purposely kept Spence at 47 so he could keep Mel at 54 and Maul at 160. And none of those three ever really challenged themselves. I take that back, maybe Spence, but not the brothers. Mel was only getting this fight against Canelo because now Canelo is a PBC fighter, and I will say I do like Mel in that fight against Canelo at 168, surprisingly, because he won't have to kill himself to make 154 after all of these years. So I actually think he has a better shot than most people think. Lastly, someone made a comment about Crawford being like Bernard Hopkins. Crawford is like Bernard Hopkins in the sense that Hopkins always took care of himself. He ate right, he lived the right life, and so that's what prolonged his career. That's why we see Bud staying the same or getting better at 36 than he was at 26, rather than what we saw with Spence, who didn't live the right lifestyle. So I said those kind of quickly because I wanted to make sure I got those points in.
Okay. Well, shout out to you, fam. Thank you, Craig, for calling from Charlotte. Salute. Yeah. That's my only issue, fam. My issue is let's keep the same standards. Okay. Let's keep the same standard. Like we can't ignore. And this is what I'm saying, dog. Like what happens is when there are standards for certain fighters, like in today's time, they hold different standards for people. Like you'll see somebody like a Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He's well, not anymore because he lost his belt, but he's the youngest undisputed champion in the 4-belt era. He dared to be great, fought George Kambosos, and then he fought Vasily Lomachenko, a fight that he clearly could have lost. Some people feel he lost that fight, but he fought him. So he's clearly taking on a tougher fight. Now, some people may say George Kambosos was a C-class fighter. I give you that. But he did beat Teofimo Lopez. He beat him. However he beat him, he did that. Whatever the case may be, right? But it's like, for the life of me, dog, like, the fighters, you have fighters. Hold on, we got a call calling in? I thought we had a call calling in. Hold on. We have fighters today, man. Fighters, hold on, do I have a cash app? Okay, I thought I had a cash out. You have fighters today, they get praised. They get, okay, school is open. Okay, kids go back to school tomorrow. Good. You got fighters today, they get praised. The fighters who do the least get praised the most. And the fighters that do the most get praised the least. And this is the issue that I have. Like, you have a fighter that's a 4-5 division world champion, leading champ, undisputed. Oh, man, belts don't matter. He ain't fought nobody. Don't nobody care nothing about that fight. But then you'll get another fighter that, okay, Tank fighting Isak Cruz. Everybody fine with that. The brother said, and this is why I disagree with Mr. I Love Boxing. He said that he think that Tank and Isak Cruz will do about 300,000-400,000 pay-per-view buys. The only problem with that is when Tank fought Isak Cruz the first time, it did like 50-something thousand pay-per-view buys. So if Tank is going to do 300,000-400,000 with Isak Cruz, well, the first time he fought him, he didn't do nowhere near that. So I'm trying to figure out where does that come from? He gonna do this and that, and it's just a lot of stuff, man. Like, I got some stuff I can play that Stephen Espinosa said about the Hector Garcia fight. You know, as well. So it's just a lot, bro. It's just a lot. All I'm saying, fam, is we can't have these double standards. Don't be requesting fighters to fight King Kong and Godzilla, but your fighter fighting the Powerpuff Girls. We fighting Mojo Jojo. We fighting doggone Papa Smurf. You know, I'm calling. Hold on. Shout out to Elena. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
I want to say, sis, you said love your channel, coach. Who else day feels different if you miss Coach's live? Hey, y'all please sign up to my it's pinned to the top, my email list too, man. I will send you guys text messages. You know, I'm gonna ask you for your email, your name, and your text, and your phone number. You will get alerts from me, letting you know exactly when I'm gonna go live, because YouTube don't send out the notifications all the time. Shout out to Solo Dolo. Hey, okay. Dropping that bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said keep boxing first. You can never go wrong. Stay solid, coach.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, man. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach Martin from Jersey, man? What's going on?
Martin from Jersey. So talk to me, fam.
Coach, I love boxing. You need to start calling himself I hate boxing. Because my man, it was crazy when he said the Teofimo is not a big fight. The Devin Haney is not a big fight. The Shakur is not a big fight. And then you ask him about Pitbull Cruiser, and the only thing come out of his mouth is, "You're gonna sell 300,000." I was like, my man. He was doing real good. Until you asked him that question. He messed it all up right there. Like, you can't disguise yourself as not being a fanboy, and then it just comes out in one question.
He did admit. He said he was a tank sexual. He admitted that.
Yeah, I admit he's a tankomaniac. Okay, I got you, but you can't say that those guys are not big. Those guys maybe won't be a big fight, a TO fight, but those could be big fights. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got to say, man.
All right, man. Shout out to
people don't want to see the fight.
Oh no, hold on. Who this is again, fam? Sorry about that. Gotta write your name down.
It's Martin from Jersey.
Martin from Jersey. All right. Martin from Jersey, man. Salute.
Yeah,
Thank you for calling the show, my
peace.
brother. Brick City, stand up. And we need 52 more likes, man. If you're sitting here watching the show, hate watching, don't want to hit the like button. If you're sitting here watching the show, hate watching, don't want to hit the like button, Riley. Yeah.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Coach Eddie from the ATL.
Man, Coach Eddie, talk to me, fam.
Hey, Coach, you got a hot show today. It's a hotline going on. Like what you said, though, you know, I got to admit, Tank has been ducking, man. You know, I'm just going to go ahead. I mean, I know, you know, I'm going to keep the same energy. I still don't rock with Canelo. But Tank been ducking, man. You know, I called in last week, you know, said, you know, he been moving kind of funny and, you know, he been moving shaky. But like I say, tell you one thing about, you ever seen Duff, they always go on the road. They follow each other. Be like, you know, Canelo follow Mayweather. Now, Tank follow him, you know, following the duck print. But like I said, yeah, Tank need to go ahead and fight somebody. I heard he's supposed to be fighting Gary Russell Jr. Nah. But you know, Gary Russell Jr., you never know with him, though.
Nah, he fight Esau Cruz. They say he gonna fight Esau Cruz again. Rematch. He gonna fight Pitbull in the rematch.
Yeah, that's that garbage, man. That's overdecking, man.
The Mexican might say because Eddie, it sounds like it pains you to say this. Like, you know, I know you love Tank Davis. He's a phenomenal fighter, but it sounds like it pains you to say this. But you know, I'm hearing it in your voice. It's like, man, damn, I gotta keep that same energy.
I got to, because everybody else around the movie, you know, they calling out, they don't want fighting the big fights, you know, they taking risks, and this cat right here he just giving us whatever he want to give us. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, you know, it's like somebody shorting you on a Knicks sack or something. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know, I want this, the last sack was two blanks, but you know, I'm running a little low right now, so I can't even roll the joint up with this stuff, man. But Tank ain't moving right, man. And real quick, I think Spence's best move is probably just go ahead and fight Keith Thurman, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe shake out like that. You know what I mean? Pick up a few dollars, knock some rust off. Yeah. You might be able to catch the winner out of Andy Garcia and Erislandy Lord. Maybe pick up a belt like that. You know what I'm talking about? A little easy belt. Maybe you can fight Danny Garcia, pick him a belt up, and then maybe try to catch that a rematch with Tan Crawford and ride on off to the sunset. And you touched on something yesterday. I was thinking about it, Coach. I don't like that Crawford Canelo fight, man. I like Crawford. He's phenomenal talent, but man, that boy hit hard, man.
The Canelo hit hard.
And I think, you know, I don't even ride with that nigga hit hard, man. I mean, you seen what he did. I mean, you seen what he did to Callum Smith. You know, he dislocated that dude's bicep, man. And I know sometimes you want to go in the high guard because you feel them punches coming at you, man. And I don't know if Crawford's gonna be able to take it, man. I'm just gonna keep it always funky, man. He gonna have to be perfect for that fight because one thing about Canelo, he got to fight a perfect fight, boy. He got to stay on his feet, you know. But he got to have some punching power to be able to make Canelo respect it. But I'm not gonna lie, man. From a business standpoint, that fight will be huge. If Crawford and Canelo fight each other, that fight will be huge from a business standpoint because of their accolades. Their accolades is phenomenal. Now, skill set, both of their skills, you know, both of their skills on the same level to me. Some may feel that Crawford has better skills than Canelo, and that may be the case, or some may feel that Canelo has better skills than Crawford. But their skill sets are both right there. It just, for me, Canelo, that weight difference, he's accustomed to fighting that weight, and that's a hard-hitting motherfucker. Like, it's gonna take a hell of a nigga to whoop him. If it's anyone that can do it, maybe it's Crawford. But the fact that if your punching power, if you ain't got no power to make Canelo respect your power,
But it's gonna be a hell of a fight, and you know, so I wanna, you know, but I wanna see Bud get paid. If he gonna make a boatload of money, man, shit, why not? I can't. Fuck it, you know.
I think, but because like I say, this at the same time, Canelo defense is tight, man. I ain't never really seen him get hit clean a whole bunch his whole career. I mean, you know, as of yet, I mean, Bivol couldn't hit him clean. You know, Triple G hit him clean, but he good at he rolling shots, man. He got tight defense, man.
He got hit clean, but that motherfucker, he can take a punch. Like he has hell of a he got a granite chin. He can take a punch. So I would just love to see the game plan that Bomac and them come up with. Because you got to have a game plan to beat Canelo. He has weaknesses in his game. He does.
And they better leave that boy alone, man.
You know, hey man, it is what it is, man. That's gonna be the mega fight, dog. That's gonna be the mega fight, man. You know.
They better leave that boy alone. That way he can keep that 0, man. I like Crawford, man. I like to see him go out undefeated, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, that's a tall task. But that's all I got, Coach. And right. Yes, Tank is ducking. He's officially on the duck team, so he fights somebody.
All right, shout out to Coach Eddie, man. Hey, shout out to Rick. Hey, shout out to Rick Till's in the building. Rick, what's going on, baby boy? It is what it is, man. And we're going to go to a short station identification break. And when we get back, we will get back to the phone calls. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to everyone who sent the super chat, stuff like that. Let's get it.
I know I'm going to get this money.
Talking water, 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 water. My bracelet costs about 40 and my necklace costs a quarter. Talking water, 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 water. I go stupid like on Boosie. All this jury got me foolish. All this water, 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 water. All of these diamonds, they bright, so you gon' see me at night. All of this water, 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 water. Now I be drip, drip, water, 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 water. When your daughter see this water, she gon' let Boosie record. Them little niggas in the A, they making deals off the wall.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Miguel from East Chicago, Indiana. East Chicago, Indiana, Miguel.
Miguel, you got the TV playing in the background. Could you please turn that down? Because I'm hearing feedback.
Whoa. Yeah. Hold on, bro. Just damn it, man. Yeah, this thing about with Crawford and Spence. It's over for Spence, man. It's over for that man. This junkyard dog Savage is gonna gank him again. He should leave that fight alone and go on with his life and enjoy his horses, brother. This is Miguel from Indiana. Good job, Mr. Malachi. I love your show.
All right, shout out to Miguel from Indiana. Salute, fan. We got a couple of more calls. Anybody want to call in? Anybody want to call into the show? Y'all hit the show up, man. Call in. Got a couple of more calls. Yeah. I think that Spence has been told not to take this rematch. I think that, again, by him going against the grain of Al Heyman, you know, he ended up getting his ass destroyed. So now they're kind of like, they probably don't want to see him have back-to-back losses. It is what it is. You judge a person by their actions. If you have a rematch clause, you negotiated a rematch clause, and you opt not to take the rematch, that tells you everything you need to know. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Mr. I Love Boxing from Philly.
Mr. I Love Boxing from Philly 2 times. Talk to me.
Okay, so y'all saying I'm tripping. I don't even think Shakur had a pay-per-view fight yet, has he?
Shakur, no.
Okay, so how can he be a big fight? Devin just fought Lomachenko. Lomachenko has a whole goddamn country backing them. They could barely do 300 buys. How is that a big fight?
Let me ask you this. Do you want to see the best fighters fight the top fighters, or you want to see your fighter make as much money as he can, not fighting the top guys?
Let me ask you this. What makes Shakur the best fighter at 135?
We don't know. They got the top guys got to fight each other. That's how you determine who the best fighter is. The top fighters have to fight each other, and whoever comes out on top, that's how we know who is the best.
No, I agree, and I do want to see the best fight the best. But like I just said, if the man said he only got, wait, let me get back to my point. The man said he only got 4 or 5 fights left in him. And 2 of those are Tank and Devin. Said promising us that. But that's not what I'm saying. You said the first Isaac Cruz didn't do much. He was a 2-week replacement. That was Rolly Romero's fight.
Yeah, I know.
But the controversy behind that, people thinking he beat Tank, you don't think this one's going to do 200-300 buys? I'm being modest by saying 200-300.
No, I don't think it'll do that. Not with Isaac Cruz. Don't nobody know who he is. Isaac Cruz is nowhere near on the level of a Tank Davis. You know, they said the reason why the fight went 12 rounds is because Tank hurt his hand. Now, I don't see that fight doing nothing like that. There's no demand for that fight at all. And everybody know that Isaac Cruz is a flat-footed.
Yeah, I don't want to fight, and I told you, I don't want to fight because I know it's a clear win. I don't want to fight, but nevertheless, all I'm saying is just what I'm talking about, that narrative stuff. People are assuming because we're fans that these are big fights. If they were big fights, the PBC would make them.
Let me ask you this: who do you want to see Tank Davis fight next?
I want to see him fight. I really want to see him fight T.O., Devin, then Shakur. That's who I want to see him fight.
Okay, so you do want to see him fight those fights.
How many? Yes, but you got to understand, he's under, like you said, the Mayweather thing. And one thing about it, none of them people we just named is making Tank Davis money. So at the end of the day, I can't be mad at the man for making more money than everybody, no matter how he's doing it.
So is Isaac Cruz making them more money than those other guys?
He about to. He about to for this fight. You damn right he gonna make more than Haney made or Shakur made. T.O. just told you he only get paid.
T.O. get paid more than $1 million. I know he said that, but he get paid more than $1 million. You know, just based on his accomplishments alone. But I understood what T.O. was saying.
Isaac at least gonna make $2-3 million this fight.
Who will make 2?
You feel what I'm saying? That's more than the 25 cents. That Isaac.
Isaac ain't gonna make nowhere near $2 or $3 million fighting no Tank Davis. He made $350,000 last time he fought Tank. Isaac Cruz ain't no draw like that.
He was a 2-week replacement.
All right, so make to wrap it up, you're saying what? You're saying that the Shakur fights, the Devin Haney fights are not big fights. Tank is gonna fight.
Okay, we know boxing. When you do a contract, they go off your last fight. When you make a boxing contract, they go off the B-side last 5 fights, right?
But see what you're doing. You when we get into
okay, they have no numbers.
Go ahead.
All I'm saying is y'all can't call him a duck if the people have no damn numbers.
But when the brother who called Coach Eddie said he was a duck, if he feel that way, he has a right to feel that way. And if you feel that Tank Davis is moving right and he's not a duck,
no, I'm not saying that. Well,
you have a right to feel that way as well. That's all I'm saying. You have a right to feel that
all
way.
I'm saying, like I said, I don't like that narrative shit. They said Bud ain't fighting nobody. He got 18 motherfucking title defense because of a narrative. That narrative shit don't make no sense. That's not reality. People just said B-Hop kept his body in shape. B-Hop smoked crack. I'm from North Philadelphia. B-Hop smoked crack.
You talking about early in his career before he went to prison?
I'm just saying. You feel what I'm saying? But they talk about he kept his body healthy.
But let's keep it in its proper context. B-Hop wasn't smoking crack while he was boxing. He smoked crack. I never heard of that. But if he did smoke crack, that was prior to him going to prison. So in his boxing career, but there was no reports or rumors that B-Hop was smoking crack throughout his boxing career. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I understand that because it wasn't no reports doesn't mean it ain't true.
Okay, so
you feel what I'm saying? But nevertheless, all I'm trying to say is y'all can't make them big fights if they not. You gotta go off and make a fight, you gotta go off the people's last 5 boxing numbers. And none of them had last 5 numbers that was good. The only one got some type of the Lomachenko fight because it did 300.
All right. Well, shout out to
Other than that, his last 5 fights sucked.
All right. Shout out to Outlaw Boxing. Philly, your point well taken.
All right. See you later.
Man, listen. See, this is what I'm talking about, dog. This is what I'm talking about. This is my problem. when it comes to certain fighters, it's all right. Well, my fighter making this, and I get where I love boxing coming from, but this is the problem that I have with this entire thing. When it comes to Tank Davis, well, Tank is making this. My fighter got a Bentley. He did 300,000 with Isak last time. Sir, he did not do 300,000. Okay, well, he'll do it this time. This gonna happen, that gonna happen. Those other guys are not big fights. It's like, okay, we want Devin Haney to fight Shakur. We want Shakur to fight Devin Haney. We want Devin Haney to fight Teofimo. We request all of these things from fighters who are not Tank Davis. But then when it comes to Tank Davis, we got to put up a defense league for him. And they say, well, he ain't got to do that, but other guys have to do it. And Canelo got to do this. Crawford got to do that. Devin Haney got to become undisputed and fight Godzilla. Shakur got to do this. Look, like everybody has to do everything, but when it comes to Tank, no, it got to make sense. Well, that ain't really no big fight. This and that. Well, the contract said this, and his auntie got to be bow-legged. And I'm like, bro, like, y'all don't see this shit? Come on, man. Like, let's be real. Call it what's your name and you're calling from.
Man, you already know. D-Block, 2 times.
D-Block, talk to me.
Man, this is what I'm talking about. What I say about these Tank Davis fans. The delusional. Mr. He can do no wrong, Tank Davis. Mr. Baltimore built a statue for Tank Davis. Homie went to the tank full of nothing. Come out with nothing. He ain't nothing. Never gonna be nothing. And now they want to shelter him, protect him. I mean, we're talking about B-Hop. Talking about B-Hop was doing drugs and all this stuff before all of this. And man, cut the bull crap off, man. You don't even know what you're talking about. You from Philly. Man, you talking about B-Hop, a legend in the boxing game. We talking about legends comparing to Tank Davis. To Tank Davis? You serious? What he done? What has he done? Brought people in some seats. At the end of the day, they saw him and said, who do you fight? It don't matter. It's Tank Davis. Man, come on, man. Let's be real with this, man. Stop playing games with me, Baltimore. And you already know. You come up here defending your guy, and you ain't got no merit. No merit at all, man. I mean, we talking about a homeboy from Philly, and he talking down about B-Hop. The man is a legend, man. Respect his name. When you say B-Hop's name, respect his name. One of the oldest champion of all time. And we talking about Tank Davis. We talking about Tank Davis. Hasn't done nothing. I mean, your homeboy can't even spell, can't even do his numbers, man. Let's be real with that. He don't even know how much he's worth. Now, Coach, I've told you this all this time, that you know who I am. I am the biggest Tank hater of all time. But when you come and you try to defend him with no facts, and all you got to say is, well, you know, he sells T-shirts. He sells T-shirts, and he sells shots. And he sells cats at the stadium when we go see him fight.
It's about putting butts in seats. It's about putting butts in seats.
Yeah, and he gave us a cat for free, and it says free Tank Davis. Come on, man, stop the bull crap, stop the baloney. Let's be real with this. If you talking about Shakur Stevenson, what has he done, homie? Go read a dictionary, man. If you want to talk to this show, you want to come to this show, come with facts. Like I say, Coach, when you come to this show and you come to hate, come with facts. Let's say it again, Coach. When you come to this show and you want to hate, come with facts. D-Block, D-Town, D to the D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
Listen. I'm going to say this time and time again. I don't have a problem with whichever fighter you like or don't like. You can hate Crawford, hate Canelo, hate Tank, hate Shakur, hate Devin Haney, hate Bam Rodriguez, hate whatever fighter you want. I hate Errol Spence. I don't have a problem with that. The only problem I have is if you're going to criticize, not only criticize, but if you have a different requirement, if you require Devin Haney to fight all of the top guys in this weight division, if you require Shakur Stevenson to fight the top guys in this weight division, if you require Canelo and Crawford and the fighters who are not the popular fighters amongst the machine to do all that heavy lifting, so to speak, right? But then you move the goalposts when it comes to your favorite fighter. I have a problem with that because in my mind, well, you ain't got no right to criticize other fighters who are doing more from a legacy standpoint than your fighter. This fighter is doing more from a legacy standpoint than your fighter. Yeah, your fighter is making more money. So if this was the money game and you like, well, my fighter making more money, then let's say that's what it's about. We're about making the money. And like, it ain't like those guys broke. Like when people talk about money, they make it seem like Devin Haney is in the poorhouse. They make it seem like Shakur Stevenson is living check to check, they broke. Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney are multi-millionaires. They make it seem like these guys broke, ain't got no money. They working at the 7-Eleven, and Tank is the one making all the money. Tank is making more money than them, maybe. But guess what? It ain't like them dudes broke and eating a whole can cheese sandwich. So, like, bro, like, you guys kill me with this. They move the goalposts. Like, they say one thing for one fighter, then say something else for another fighter. And it's like, bro, like, come on, man. And, you know, and bro, it's like I'm the only one seeing this shit. Shout out to Allie Maddox for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Tank needs to quit playing, he said whack-a-mole and fight somebody who's real. This cruise move is ginger duck. Duck never approved. Doggone Allie. Allie gonna find a way to get Delaware there. He said, yeah, ginger duck been ducking. The man ducking. Shout out to Allie Maddox, man. Shout out to $1 Trillion Dreams. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
This is the last call.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said that I love boxing dude is what's wrong with boxing. He said Tank is ducking because he's in the driver's seat and can make any fight. That's the difference. I mean, the same situation as Canelo. Like the people who say Canelo ducking, it's the same thing. Canelo is the cash cow. He's in the driver's seat, so he can pick and choose who he wants to fight. And the other guys, they don't have that luxury to do that. And I'm not hating on it. It is what it is. But I'm like, come on, man. Like, don't have a requirement for one guy. Tear him down and say he ain't doing such and such. But then when it come to your guy, you move the goalpost. That's the issue that I have. Caller, what's your name when you calling from? You the last call.
Hi, Coach. This is Allie Hernandez from Maryland.
Shout out to Alan from, you say Alan Hernandez? Elena?
Yeah.
Shout out to Elena.
It's
Elena
Allie.
Huh?
So, Coach, it's Allie, Allie Hernandez from Maryland.
I got you. Allie, I got you. Shout out to you, Allie. Allie from, where you calling from again?
I'm calling from Maryland.
From Maryland. Talk to me, sis.
So, Coach, I'm hearing many say that if this fight is made with Canelo and my favorite fighter, Bud, they need to, what am I trying to say here? They're saying that Canelo punches really, really hard. I'm hearing you say it and hearing some of your callers say it.
Right.
Yes, he does punch hard. But if I were Bud, when this fight is made, and I'm looking forward to it, if I were Bud, I would have him tested frequently. Because I've watched Canelo's career progress. And what I'm telling you.
Sis, the phone hung up. Thanks, sis. Hey, this is the last call, man. The sister, the phone hung up. My hate cross. I would like for her to call back so she can get her point across. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Mr. Black Tastic. What's going on, Coach?
What's your name, Miss Fam?
This is Mr. Black Tastic. What's going on, Coach?
Go ahead, talk to me.
Hey, man. One thing I'm hearing from a lot of these people calling in, like that one guy who called in talking about B-Hop. I have no idea what he was talking about. B-Hop was able to fight till he was past 50 years old because he was one of the most disciplined fighters when it came to his health. The other thing is the problem we have a lot of times with boxing is when fans start thinking like promoters, they ain't bought into the Mayweather syndrome, they bought into the Al Haney syndrome. This is the PBC syndrome. Yeah. They're counting the pockets of the fighters instead of just being fans of boxing and demanding that the fighters fight each other. Now, the other thing, too, I see people always talk about who has so-and-so fought. Well, there are a lot of good fighters on all these guys' resumes. The problem is none of them are on each other's resumes. They're not fighting each other. In order to be a Hall of Famer or have that kind of legendary legacy, you got to fight other guys of that same caliber. And so far, the only guy of these young guns, these 30 and under, who has that guy on their resume is Devin, because he fought Loma.
Yeah.
But they're not fighting each other. And so they're talking about each other, but nobody's fighting each other. And the fans are buying into the promoter hype and putting on their promoter hat, acting as if they're getting some kind of percentage rather than demand the best fight. And that's why you're not going to see, in my opinion, a lot of these guys, I feel qualified at this particular point. If they were to retire today, they wouldn't be considered Hall of Fame fighters because they don't have other Hall of Fame caliber fighters on their resume. They're just sitting here like it's all in the same room together, you know, trying to have a dance off, but won't nobody jump on the dance floor and dance against each other. They just looking at each other and posturing, you know, and a lot of people just sit up here buying it. And so these guys don't fight enough. Once or twice a year, you know, is not going to get it. And if you notice in the beginning of their careers, and they're trying to get their name built up, they fight a lot. But once they get a little comfortable, get a little money in their pocket, they want to start flossing and spending the money, and then they start fighting less. And so the fans are the ones who get robbed. But a lot of these new casual fans, they just buy into the hype and go along with whatever the propaganda or whatever the promoters put out, rather than making a demand that the fighters fight each other so we can get the best fight. I don't care what they're getting paid because I'm not getting none of the money. I want to see them fight.
I mean, yeah, it's you know, you get into the realm of fantasy and promoting and talking about this fighter made this and my fighter did that, and I'm like, dude, what does that have to do with the top guys fighting each other? The only way you're going to, and this is how I always been taught, the only way you're going to know who is the best fighter in the weight division, the top guys have to fight each other. If you feel that Tank Davis is one of the best fighters, now I can't say Tank is the best in the lightweight division because he would have to fight the other guys who are considered the best as well. If he don't fight the other top guys, I have no way of knowing he's the best in that division when there's another guy. I'm going to give you a perfect example. You had people said that Errol Spence was the best welterweight in the welterweight division. You had some people say that Terrence Crawford was the best welterweight in the welterweight division, one of the best fighters in boxing. So the only way we was able to find out who was the best between those guys, both fan bases, everybody in the media agreed that Errol Spence was the top guy, creme de la creme. Both people in the media agreed that if Terrence Crawford, well, they might have said he ain't fought nobody or whatever, but he's the top guy, one of the top guys in the welterweight division. You know how we found out who was the top guy? The two guys had to fight each other. They fought each other, then there was a conclusion to the fight. Until we have that in the lightweight division, guess what? We're not gonna know. So I can only go by what I've seen from what they've done. I'm like, so far, well, Devin Haney. Now Shakur just got there. Shakur is the 2-division world champion. He just got there to the lightweight division, and he had one fight, and his second fight we're hearing is going to be against Frank Martin. So that's good because Frank Martin is a good fighter. But I look at Devin Haney. Okay, he fought. He fought. I forgot the guy he fought when he got elevated to the super champion. But then he fought on George Kambosos. I think he fought Gamboa, but he fought George Kambosos, the guy who beat Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez had an excellent record in the lightweight division, but he lost to George Kambosos, and then Devin Haney beat him, fought him twice in Australia, but then Devin Haney went back and he fought Lomachenko. So since he fought Lomachenko, I'm like, okay, bam. So, he defended his undisputed titles against one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world, according to a lot of critics out there. So my thing is, the only way we're going to know who the best fighters is at that weight division, they have to fight each other. You don't automatically get crowned the king because you selling out arenas to me. If he ain't fought this guy or he ain't fought that guy, then I can't say he the best. I can say he probably one of the best, but I really won't know until he do what Crawford and Spence did. That's the only way I'm going to know.
Coach, I agree with you because that was the same. Because we look at the past, there were guys who were great draws, but that didn't mean they were the best fighter. Arturo Gatti was a bigger draw at the time he fought Floyd Mayweather, but we had to find out who was the best. And Floyd knew he had to have that fight with Gatti in order to propel himself even further into the spotlight. But Floyd, one thing I can say about him is he did fight everybody in his era. And that's something that's different. These guys keep claiming they're trying to follow the Mayweather blueprint. Well, if you're going to follow the Mayweather blueprint, you got to do what Floyd did. He fought the best guys in his era. If there was a controversial fight, he went and rematched that guy. And we saw that with Maidana. And we also saw that with the other guy that fought Corrales twice, Castillo. I can't remember exactly his name. But Floyd at least would do that.
No,
right. But these guys are so busy.
No, the thing is people want to bring Floyd up, but they don't want to go through the pretty boy Floyd phase. See, everybody wants to jump.
Right.
They want to jump straight to Money Mayweather without paying your dues doing the pretty boy Floyd phase. That's why you can't. Don't talk to me about we following the Floyd green print. You're not following the Floyd green print because if it wasn't for pretty boy Floyd, you would not have a Money Mayweather. So when I hear people talk like that, these are guys who started following Floyd his last 15 fights of his career, and they totally ignore the first 35 fights of his career, which laid down the groundwork for Money Mayweather. If it wasn't for Pretty Boy, it wouldn't be no Money Mayweather. They don't want to go through that phase because the Pretty Boy Floyd had to get it down. These fighters, they ain't trying to get it down. They just trying to jump straight to the money. We just want to get to the money, and that's the problem. That's the flaw in that argument. But go ahead, I'll let you wrap it up before we go.
Exactly. That's perfectly said, Coach, because you said it better than I could. Because people forget, like you said, he had to go through an evolution in order to become what he became. But they just trying to protect their own so they can retire undefeated, but they're not building the legacy. And the thing about it is when you look back at the fighters like Hearn, Leonard, Hagler, Duran, all these other great fighters that people always want to compare themselves to when we talk about the Four Kings era, well, they weren't afraid of taking the L, but they knew in order to be great, you had to fight other great fighters. These guys are just talking great in this age of social media, but they're not fighting great. And then their fans are just getting all oohed and awed with the little bit that they're doing instead of demanding more of them. I want to see them actually make these fights so we can actually know, and when it can be cemented forever in their record and in the legacy that they gave us some of the best fights, even if we get them having, trilogies and things of this sort. Like Deontay Wilder, to me, when he fought Fury, that trilogy, that's whatever they said about Wilder before that about he ain't fought nobody, this, that, the other, that trilogy cemented his legacy because he said, I ain't scared to take the L. I'm willing to get in there and take the risk. And he did that. And we're going to celebrate him as a champion. He's going to go into the Hall of Fame. But I can't say that for a lot of these young guns coming up.
All right. Well, listen, man. Shout out to you, fam, for calling the show, man. I really appreciate you, brother. Salute. That was the last call, guys. Shout out to Ali as well. Shout out to Ali as well, man. Phone calls over with, man. I mean, that's again, guys, that's my only issue. I don't have a problem with you loving your fighter, this and that. I'm not into the fanaging and promoting. I don't get any of the checks. I don't any of the money. I'm not negotiating any of the contracts. The only problem I have, and I will repeat this, the only problem I have, you can't criticize Devin Haney. You can't criticize Shakur Stevenson. You can't criticize Terrence Crawford. You can't criticize Errol Spence. You can't criticize Canelo for maybe moving. You say, well, I don't like the way they moving. They moving funny while protecting your fighter. You can't protect your fighter and say my fighter is exempt from fighting the top guys. Because those guys ain't gonna bring no money to the table. They baby mama got to be bow-legged. They auntie don't know how to do the electric slide. My fighter putting butts in seats. My fighter light-skinned it. He got diamonds in his mouth. He got pretty white porcelain teeth. My fighter got a Bentley. You can't do that in one breath while shitting on other fighters in another breath. You can't do that. True. Especially if the other fighters are doing more than your fighter from a legacy standpoint. Now, if it ain't about, we don't care about no legacy, we about the money. Okay, fine. If you don't care about the legacy, you about the money, okay, cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But don't sit here and tell this other fighter, oh man, he ain't doing good. His legacy we don't like the way his legacy look. Well, apparently you don't care nothing about your fighter's legacy because he ain't doing a goddamn thing. If you're gonna break the bank, break the bank. That's all I'm saying. Don't move the goalpost. Nigga, let me tell you something. If you telling me your fighter the best, and you telling me, cause listen, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford just put on for the city. Canelo Alvarez and Jamel Charlo, they fixing to put on. Cater Plain and David Benavidez, they put on, right? The Cool Boy Stealth and Manuel the Monster, they put on for the city, right? So those guys, they did their thing. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But we can't sit back and admire them, but then make exemptions for other fighters because he got more ticket sales, because he's more popular on social media and TikTok and Instagram. But you shitting on other fighters who doing more than the other guy. No, come on, man. We can't do that, dog. Let's give everybody a round of applause. I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna do that. And this is why, and I'm not gonna do that, fam. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just call it the way I see it. Again, I ain't defecating on nobody, but at the end of the goddamn day, I gotta point out the double standards and the hypocrisy. We just saw two top welterweights fight each other, Crawford and Spence. It took 5 years now. It took 25 years. It took 25 years now, but it is what it is. But it finally happened though. So
we the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's
please.
up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who won it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Mello.
Shout out to Elliot Meadows dropping that $2 super chat. He said belt's important to Floyd only when he's talking on himself. Yeah, like Floyd Mayweather, he got 1 million belts. Most of them were WBC belts, by the way. Most of his belts were WBC belts. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think Floyd Mayweather played a big part in it. You know, in the confusion that's going on. I do get it. You got a blueprint you're following. I get that, but man, somebody got to tell it like it is.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
Man, shout out to the women, shout out to the good women out there who looking for a real man.
Hey, woman, listen here. Since your old man ain't got no heart, maybe you'd like to see a real man. I bet you stay up late every night dreaming you had a real man, don't you? I tell you what, bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight, and I'll show you a real man.
You know, when it comes to this boxing shit, man, you got to have vision.
Well, I respect your ambition, Willie, but you got to have vision.
I respect your ambition, but you gotta have vision, baby boy. Shout out to Fred from Pomino. Hey, okay. No, that wasn't. Hold on, that wasn't Fred. That was E-Money. E-Money called a nigga twice. He called a nigga twice. E-Money, boy. E-Money don't call saying he was Fred from Pomino. Boy, you can't make this up. Hey, shout out to that whole ass nigga E-Money. Shout out to Casino Light Prayers 2 times. Hey, okay. Shout out to Monty from Tampa, Florida. Hey, okay. I think that was Monty or Montre. Shout out to Montre from Tampa. I think that's Montre or Monty, one of the two. Shout out to Jamie from New York. Hey, okay. Shout out to Rob Boy Fresh from DC. Hey, okay. Shout out to Curtis from Long Beach. Hey, okay. Shout out to Ray from Dallas. Hey, okay. Shout out to M1 from the BX. Hey, okay. Shout out to Rob from New York. Hey, okay. Shout out to Sheila from Killer Cali. Hey, okay. Shout out to D Block from Dallas, Texas 2 times. Hey, okay. Shout out to Mr. I Love Boston from Philly 2 times. Hey, okay. Shout out to Craig from Charlotte. Hey, okay. Shout out to Martin from Jersey. Hey, okay. Shout out to Coach Eddie from the ATL. Hey, okay. Shout out to Miguel from Indiana. Hey, okay. Shout out to Allie, man, from Maryland. Her phone did cut off. Her phone cut off, so I wish, shout out to that sister, man. And let's give a shout out to everyone who gave a super chat and a cash app. Shout out to Ellie Maddox. Hey, okay. Shout out to $1 Trillion Dreams. Hey, okay. Shout out to Marty King Boxing. Hey, okay. Shout out to Solo Dolo. Hey, okay. Shout out to Elena. Hey, okay. Shout out to Nathaniel. Hey, okay. Shout out to Lita. Hey, okay. Shout out to Athletic Mind. Hey, okay. And shout out to Superstar AT, man. Hey, okay. And also, let's give a shout out to the guys who gave a cash app as well. Where we at? Here go the cash app right here. Man, I'm tripping, man. Hell, hold on, guys. You know, I'm using another phone, so shout out to Harvey. Hey, okay. And shout out to Justin. Hey, okay. Salute to you guys, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Who else we got in the building, man? I want to give a shout out to as many people as I can. Shout out to Solo Dolo. Hey, okay. Shout out to my sister Nick Rich. Hey, okay. Shout out to my sister Food Revolution. Hey, okay. Shout out to Elena. Hey, okay. Shout out to the Duchess of Wisdom. Hey, okay. Shout out to Bless 365. Hey, okay. What else we got here? Shout out to Green Eyes P. Hey, okay. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. Hey, okay. Shout out to La Jessica. Hey, okay. Shout out to my main man Rick Tim Southside. Hey, okay. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Hey, okay. Dade County's finest. Shout out to Swat Jones. Hey, okay. Shout out to the Natural. Hey, okay. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Martin King Boxing in the building. Shout out to Kenneth Johnson. Shout out to JC in the building. Shout out to who else we have in the building, man? Shout out to Mr. Blackstick. Shout out to who else? Solo Dolo in the building. What's going on, baby boy? Shout out to my main man Yarmers from Brooklyn. Brooklyn stand up. Shout out to Kenneth Johnson. Who else we have? Shout out to Charles Johnson as well. Shout out to my sister Nick Rich. You know, we got a whole lot of people in here. Shout out to Mad Dog 8. Y'all already know what time and TI is, man. We gonna make it do what it do. We gonna make it crack a lack. And also, man, Jamal Charlo, man, you know, hopefully we get him back soon. Hopefully we get Jamal Charlo back soon. For all of those guys who got their fight in the witness protection program and don't want to see him fight the best, shout out to Thug and D too, man. Shout out to Thug and D. Let's say a special prayer for those guys.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because He helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Jackie Hernandez, too, man, and any other Tenderoni, Honey Dip, or PYT that I may have forgotten.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
You know, once again, you know, as I say before, they ain't gotta like it, but they better respect it.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All 3 of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Shout out to 626 Jacob. Some of these dudes, man, we gotta hit them with the quarter blood technique.
I am a chain belt in Kung Fu. Bruce Lee was my teacher. Watch this. What? Called the quarter blood technique. You do that, a quarter blood will drop out of a person's body.
Some of these dudes, we gotta hit with the quarter blood technique. True. You know what, dog? You know what, dog? You been trolling me for a minute, dog. You been coming over here talking that flim-flam, popping that weak. Some of you dudes, shout out to the whole ass nigga E-Money, but every time you call the show, you know what I smell, E-Money? This is exactly what I smell.
I smell something, man. You smell something?
I definitely smell something in my hair.
I smell pussy.
Shout out to all of the dudes, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, you know, the guys, you know, the guys who really putting on the tough fights, fighting the legacy defining fights, you know, the Haney and Lomachenko, they did their thing. Cool Boy Steph and New Way the Monster did his thing. We talking about the legacy defining fights, you know, just a lot of those guys out there. And we have more to come. Hopefully we will get the Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk fight. Hopefully we'll get that fight. Hopefully we get that shit soon, man. God damn, boy, I'm hoping we get this fight, man, because I don't want to talk about Fury at all until I see him and Usyk in the ring. But anyways, shout out to those guys who bringing it back to big time.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to big time box. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
For all the haters and sapsuckers who got a problem with their coach, Riley, get him.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Now you know we cannot end this show without saying all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest human being on the planet Earth, Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican Monster.
Shout out to Gloria Day and the Fabulous.
Gloria Day and the Centrips.
These niggas don't play
these niggas don't play.
We don't play.
You ain't heard, they be tripping.
We be tripping.
So they swerving on. No faking and no snitching. And repping hard for the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust.
Niggas gonna bust.
If you are the #1 contender in your weight division and you feel like dudes decking you, pull up on.
Now, I am the #1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever you want to call himself, ducking me. All right, I'm tired of man driving around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a broham.
There's some dudes out there right now, they still in a broham looking for their shot at the top.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
to
that
win.
soft. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
As Money Mayweather once said, he earned the right to pick and choose whoever he wanted to fight.
But when you are put in a certain position, he should be he's able to, like me. You know, when I was in a position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
Boy, I love that clip right there because I earned that right. And shout out to all of you tenderonis that's in the chat. If you're looking for a good, strong man, a Mandingo warrior, somebody who's going to revolutionize your womb, put the seed of Garvey, the seed of Frederick Douglass inside of you so that we can give birth to a nation or leader that's going to raise up our people and resurrect them and lead them to the promised land, I got somebody for you.
And by the way, ladies, and I'm telling you the God's honest truth. By the way, ladies, I'm telling you the God's honest truth. By the way, ladies, I'm telling you the God's honest truth. I had a dream, and spirit confirmed to me in the dream that I'm supposed to have 2 wives. And since it came to me in my dream, it is official and it is authentic. It was approved by the heavens. They will not be the same complexion, because I don't want to be accused of being a light-skinned supremacist or a dark-skinned supremacist.
Hey, we know to do this on Tenderoni Fridays, but since we had a hurricane come through here today, and the hurricane is going through Georgia and going up to the Carolinas and stuff like that, we're going to do this especially for you guys. Shout out to the Tenderonis. If you a Tenderoni and you stranded right now in Florida somewhere, you stranded right now. We ain't talking about no dirty foots. We ain't talking about no dirty foots. We ain't talking about no foot dragons. We ain't talking about no thoughts, no Tatianas. We ain't talking about them. We don't want them. But we talking about the Tenderonis, the honey dips, and the PYTs. If you a Tenderoni, a honey dip, and a PYT, and you stranded right now in the hurricane, and you looking for a Captain Saver to come through to save the day, this song is for you. Once again, this song is our boy, Coach Malachi Williams, signing out. True Media Today, USA Boston. Got a video dropping tomorrow, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Please sign up for the newsletter. It's pinned to the top of the chat, and it will be pinned. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Sign up to the newsletter. The reason why that's important is because anytime I go live, you will get an alert from me directly from my phone. Well, my new phone I'm going to get tomorrow. I'm finna get the iPhone Pro Max Pro. Finna get the iPhone Max Pro. Stepping my game up, so you'll get it directly from me. I don't have anybody working my social media. It's just me, myself, so you'll get it directly from me. You will get new videos when I drop, and also when the show is going live, just in case, you know, you don't get the notification from YouTube. See you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace. The link, you say it won't let you click the link? Don't worry about it, sis. I'll drop it right now. I'll drop it right now. Hold on. If you can't get the link, this it right here. This the link right here, guys. Newsletter link. This it right there. There you go right there. Coach Malachi, y'all go to CoachMalachi.com, sign up for the newsletter. See you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.